What's up, everybody?
Yay, we did it.
Yeah, we did. Hold on, I got to do the thing.
I'll do that thing.
Yeah,
do this thing.
I'll do the slow roll.
Yeah. Fade in there slow on them. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How? Tongue tied already. Dude, it's some fucking menthols. Every time I smoke menthols, my mouth just feels weird. My throat's all closed up. Like, smoking them goddamn Cadillacs, bro.
Cadillacs.
See, that's what we call hundos, man. Call them Cadillacs.
Hey. It's if you're gonna buy cigarettes, you might as well get that little extra for free.
I don't know, you get extra cancer. Shave a little bit more off the end of your life. Same price.
Rather than go for 7 minutes, go for 8.
Actually, I would put it at 9.
Go all in.
I'd put it at 9 minutes. I think they're a solid 10. I think if you were a hundo smoker, it'd take because I call them hundreds. I'd say it'd take a solid 10 off you. Solid 10 minutes. Well, again, it's the 10 minutes at the end. Who gives a shit?
Hey. It's less time being.
Yeah, well, that less time of just like can't hold the remote and shitting in a diaper. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Screw that shit.
Who wants to fucking go out that way? Fuck that noise. So, hello everybody. July 11th, 13th episode, and we didn't have a name for it, so we just said
A.D.D. TV.
So,
especially since we don't really have a specific thing we're going to be talking about today. So.
Well, it's just been because, dude, there's just so much shit going on. There's just so much shit going on in like all kinds of fronts. You know what I mean? Like, but real fast, that's Vern.
And I think so.
And are we sure? Is it Vern today?
I could check my ID.
Okay, we are going with Vern today, though, right?
Yeah, I think so. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, we'll just go with the government names today. Fuck it.
And that's PJ.
Yeah, no one cares. You though, that's a different story. Everyone tunes in to see you. So.
Cool, I guess.
no pressure, nothing. So, well, real fast, something I could bring up. Speaking of joking and no pressure, nothing. This coming Saturday, July 15th. This is mostly for the folks that are in, I guess, Southeast PA, Philadelphia area. My roommate Eric, his band Mesmeria, is playing at the Grape Room in Manayunk, which is a section of Philadelphia. And I'm actually going to get up and do a song. Rage Against the Machine's Freedom. I haven't done this since I was in high school, like actually covering a Rage song. And oh hey, look, cool. Gave us a little thing. Actually, you know what? To sidetrack, go into Creator Studio and if you want to get this like launched, yeah, see, there it is. Review, comments waiting for approval. I wonder if this is the one I was talking about. No, this is a different one, but it's similar to it. Go back to comments. I don't know. Did I publish that, kids, or not?
Comments.
Likely spam. 4 of them are spam already. Nice. Go back to, click back on likely spam. But, okay, so what is July 15th, Mesmeria with The Age of Truth, which is the singer from the band that we play on this show a bunch of times, The Art of Self-Defense. It's Kevin Mack's new band. So I'm going to be doing a Rage Against the Machine song with Mesmeria, Eric's band. And like I said, I haven't done it in years, so it's like no pressure, nothing. So I'm like, oh, hey, we're going to get a rehearsal in ahead of time. Probably day of the show. Because fortunately where we live, it's like it's a short walk to the Great Room, so like everyone would be meeting in the area anyway. But it's like I got to work that day, and I get home at 5, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be home at 5:30. The guys will be over at 6. I'll run through the song with them twice. No pressure or nothing. No pressure, Then got to get up on stage in front of my friends who I haven't seen in like 7 years, and do this fucking Raid song. So, yay. No pressure. So, it's going to be fun, though. I mean, I've actually kicked around the idea of, like, with Eric, of doing Raid songs with him. You know, because talk about a band that, holy shit, do we really need to have them out there right now? So real fast, well, I guess we'll get to this too. So these comments that if you checked out the channel and if you checked out last week's show, yeah, click on likely spam. It's probably under there.
4.
Yeah, yeah. See, look, I love you. My video about you. Okay. Thank you. Oh, all right. So we obviously so Vern put the raw videos up, and I forgot to put them on the playlist, but they're all uploaded, and I'm gonna finally move them over into the playlist, so they're all nice and easy and categorized for everybody. But yeah, like I said, he got the raw video footage that we went over last week from track day, and now when it's on YouTube, you title it Vern's Track Day, and BMW, I-440 M Sport, I-540 M Sport, Autocross, Hot Laps, Pro Driver, BMW. Okay, so when it comes to the car culture side, like car tube, as I like to call any niche in YouTube its thing. So there's Game Tube, Terraria Tube, Minecraft Tube, Politics Tube, Car Tube,
Boob tube,
Drama Tube, Boob Tube. You know what I mean? But you can't put boobies on YouTube though.
That doesn't stop people.
No, it doesn't. Especially card. I'm surprised because they won't show actual pornography, but then they'll have the scenes from God of War, the game, because you get the fuck in that game as a bonus game.
Huh.
You know what I mean? You fuck chicks. So. Anyways, there are terms in a title that's going to pop up with a lot of in the car tube. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's going to attract the audience, which is what we want to do. I mean, we're dudes that are into a lot of different type of shit. You know what I mean? Vern likes guns and video games and cars and science and
music
shit and music. Yeah,
all kinds of shit.
We're both kind of just
well versed gentlemen.
Yes, very very Renaissance and well cultured. But so obviously, and this is something that anybody in any of those kind of niche specific parts of tube, I would assume, have to deal with, is that okay, there's going to be people that jump on spammers and bots and so forth and so on because they're popular. You know what I mean? Your regular car guys. I mean, they're averaging what, 100,000 per vid or something like that, or 400,000 or something like that. They crush.
Yeah.
They're doing 6-figure views.
Yeah,
it's popular.
Yeah,
And there's tons of car videos. So there's a lot of action, a lot of energy of the users of this community. Inside a car tube or outside the circle of car tube. There's just a lot of action that crisscrosses over. So we're getting the spam messages.
Yeah,
That regular guy and Doug DeMuro and all the dudes you showed me, at least. We're now getting these. And the one on the bottom, you want to bring it up on the screen for everybody here via OBS here real fast. So this one on the bottom, we'll just read all of them. And as you can see, they hit every single video. Interestingly enough, they did our fucking episode 12. You know what I mean? And there was nothing in that one that had anything to do with BMW. And as far as the description, I might have put it in the tags. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. So, all right. So the bottom one, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read it. Can you zoom in for him? Okay, cool. How do you do that, by the way?
Control plus or minus.
And it'll zoom the web page browser.
Yeah.
Control plus and minus. Okay, cool. So it says, "Hey, Slacker Americana, I love your video. Keep it up." That's pretty encouraging, right?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay. All right. I want to start making YouTube videos soon too. Patreon, Dominic YouTube. All right. Okay. We'll go to that site in a second. This is on a profile named Anna E. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
It would be so great if you could support me with $1 to get things started. Now that's going to be $1 a month, okay? Because that's how Patreon works.
Yeah.
You sign up as a ongoing contributor. I think they even do one times, but I think the whole point of it is toss me $2 a month, dude, and I'll do some videos and shit. to support me with $1 to get things started because I need equipment for my videos. There's no need to feel bad if you can't. I still think you're great. I wish you the best for you and your channel. This comment will be marked as spam because of the
I
uh
don't know. Yeah, it just says because of the probably because of the link.
yeah, but because of the okay, so let's go to this channel. Let's go to Anna E's channel here. Oh, there is no sub count. Okay, now all right, straight the frig up. Okay, when I first saw this, because we got this comment like 2-3 days ago or something like that.
Yeah.
When I first clicked on this channel, it said 2,300 fucking subs.
Well, maybe they don't show their number of subscribers.
Well, now they mustn't. Some of them probably got back to him and said like, dude, how do you have like 2,000 subscribers or 2,300 subscribers and no fucking videos?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now let's go back to the comment filter and let's go to this Patreon link. And it's been fucking flagged.
This page has been removed for not complying with Patreon community guidelines.
Okay, so there now again, when I went to this a couple days ago, Scouts Honor or whatever, cross my heart and all that shit. 18 fucking contributors, 18 supporters, and you don't even have a fucking video.
Yeah,
and 2,000. We have 25 hours of live commentary, and we barely just hit 47 subs.
Yeah.
What the, dude? What the fuck, Vern? Like,
don't know, man.
dude, is the internet really this just fucking grimy? Like, is it really this dirtball shit?
Well, it's people who fucking they just see it as an opportunity to scam people out of some money, so they don't have to fucking go get a job. Hey, I don't have a job, but you know what? At least I'm not out there scamming people.
No, I mean, even though you do have like the knowledge of this shit, you could fucking run some game on some people, dude.
Oh yeah, if I wanted to, I could scam people, but I'm a nice person and I don't fucking scam people.
Right? Well, you have ethics. You know what I mean?
Like, I have a moral compass.
Like if we're, like him and I here have like talked about, obviously as we brainstorm on the idea for this channel and stuff like, oh, dude, it'd be great. If I just made like $1,200 a month, dude, I'm like fucking set. You know what I mean? Like just dude, just $1,200 a month. I'll pay my fucking rent. You know what I mean? Like, and then I'll have money to live, and then I could just fucking do this the whole time, dude. Which it's just like being in a band. It's a nice thing to dream. It's nice to dream.
Yeah,
it's nice to dream. But with that being said, is that like we would at least sit there if we're gonna take money from strangers. Like, we're going to give you something for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get our videos and content. And if there's a market, or excuse me, if there's an audience out there that digs our fucking slacker bullshit or what have you, then cool. I want to connect with them. And then $1 a month, $2 a month, less than what you give the Ethiopian kids for a cup of coffee or whatever it is they need to live a month or whatever. However they word that shit in those videos. But dude, it's so fucking grimy. Like, and even like I see kids, I'll see kids, they're not going that route with the money thing. Like, they're actual kids, and like they'll make videos, but their idea of a video would be like, just like, I don't know. It's just like, oh, subscribe to me. Here's my subscribe. Like, there, like this one kid's page I saw, literally like he had 10 videos up, and all it was just like, subscribe to me. Just no other content. Like, dude, stream a game.
It's like, do something.
You know what I mean? Like, or talk some shit on something. Like, even if you're talking shit on a game, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Of course, there's always the whole talking shit on other YouTube. I mean, we do it. We did it to Alex Jones, and we'll continue to do it to Alex Jones.
Yes, because Alex Jones is a fucking tool.
But yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, dude. It's so like annoying, I guess, to see. But it's just amazing on just how like people have put energies into developing scripts for bots to just go and do that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
stream a fucking game or something.
Yeah. Like, just some kind of content. Like, I mean, hell, there are people who just unbox shit, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just something they went out to the store and bought, and they'll come home and, well, this is an unboxing video for fucking TiVo. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, wow, that's like, I never understood unboxing videos. It's like, how fucking hard is it to open a package?
Here's an unbox video I'm gonna do for an IKEA computer desk.
Yeah, or with the TiVo. Okay, let's open it up. Oh, we got some styrofoam. And oh, look, a user manual. Let's take a look through the user manual real quick. It's like, who the fuck watches that?
Dude,
I'm gonna do reboxing videos where I just put shit back in the box.
dude, that
How to put everything back the way it came from the factory. Start with that Ableton pusher over there. I'll just put that away.
dude.
You can start a new trend. Reboxing.
Reboxing. This is how you rebox so you can take it back to the store because it wasn't what the fuck you thought you were buying.
Yeah. Or so you could try and sell it on eBay.
This way reboxing with the original packaging because the manufacturers ship it this way and then you can then save on not having to get any other additional packing material for shipping.
Now remember, they use 3-inch wide clear white tape. If you use any other tape, people are gonna know that it's not that it's been opened before.
Oh shit, that's fucking funny. Shit, yeah, that's fucking. You know what? Maybe actually, real fast, maybe make a quick Facebook post.
Quick Facebook post?
Yeah, I don't think anyone knows we're even here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Is there anybody out there?
I thought these guys were on at 3, but dude, that would be great. Reebok. Oh, I wish I still had the box.
One mention. Who mentioned Slacker America?
Oh,
somebody mentioned us.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe me. But yeah, I wish I saved the box and all the guts to the shipping guts for the Behringer because then you could have done it with that. Like, this is how to pack up the Behringer board.
Oh yeah, you did on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday. Okay. And to
yeah, see how they said you can get to 1,300 people for $3 or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I just saw those that popped up like, and it just shows you too, just almost how like a virus, like the second you or just leeches or moths to a flame or whatever, because like you put those 4 videos up, which again you can check out on the page. They're not in the playlist. Just go that says track day. Just go look at the John that their what do you call it upload section. That's what it's called, the upload section. So it's just crazy because you put those car tube terms in there: BMW, M Sport, Hot Lap, Autocross, Track Day.
yeah.
And just immediately like suckers, like algae suckers on the side of a fish tank. Here's the bot spamming you their bullshit fucking Patreon. Like, I mean, props to Patreon. I mean, it sounds like they got a team over there that can actually recognize this stuff and get to it and chop it down as fast as possible. Because look, there's people that have making a legitimate living with the YouTube game and their content, and they use Patreon. You know what I mean? Like, and it seems to be a great funding platform because everyone's fucking going with it now, man.
Yeah.
Ever since YouTube had its, ad Armageddon or whatever you call it, and especially, with the ads on the politics tube, a lot of those folks got messed with because of, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese appearing as a pre-slate on a David Duke video.
Yeah.
I can see why Kraft is not happy.
Yeah, but
It's not their call. Like it's
like,
and it wasn't David Duke's call either. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
an algorithm's call.
it just so happened that the fucking bigoted piece of shit that wanted to watch that video likes mac and cheese. And it just so happened to pop up because of from the algorithm looking at your cookies and algorithms itself.
Yeah.
Like that's what a lot. Again, it's the same thing that we talk about. Like when you go browsing, like after I get done looking at audio equipment on Amazon, and then anywhere else I browse on the internet, an ad for fucking audio equipment. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same fucking thing. That's all it was. It's all it is.
It's all it ever will be.
So I guess another thing we could kind of chew around on, because we were talking about this outside, like ideas for this channel. Like we do want to say thanks to everybody, like for bearing with us, because we're not too consistent.
Yeah.
But again, what's the name of the channel? We're really not trying to.
We told you up front.
Yeah, and we're not trying to set this insanely high bar. You know what I mean? Of consistency of delivery and so forth and so on. But I like what you were saying, dude. Like if you were to just kind of almost quote unquote live vlog. Well, let me ask. I didn't get a chance to ask you this. So, would you do that the half hour, just riffing on like your Facebook feed or shit that you just happen to see that day? Would it be a live thing, or would you just go pre-record?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I could do it live, but then again, I could just like spend like 6 hours and then just
not realize
cut to all the best stuff. Just like just chop out like the best parts
on a 6 hour live.
No, not do a 6 hour live. Just like record for several hours, not necessarily 6, but record for several hours and then go through and just chop out the best bits, and then post that up the next day. So then I have like all day to or I could just like as I find stuff like throughout the day, do little bits and then add them together to make a thing, and then post that the next day.
Almost like a guy who would sit there and bang ideas into like a micro disc recorder.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you're not running the thing all fucking day as you're walking around. You only turn it on when you have your idea and you note to self, memorandum.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So you would just be doing something along
that
lines.
I could do it like that. I don't know.
Well, I know that there's moves happening here at this place because we're actually going to be going upstairs soon.
Yeah, we're going to be moving on up.
Yet another fucking studio move. Like,
hey.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So maybe there could be something where we could set up a real easy system for you that would still. I mean, we would also have to maybe test out because. For instance, if the mic on that bitch is pretty decent, and boom, there you go. Like just go right in front of your mic or go right in front of your cam, and there's your audio and video production. You know what I mean? Or we could sit there and be like, okay, let's try and just see what we could do with one of these guys. You know what I mean? Let's see if there's like this real noticeable quality difference and so forth and so on. Because like. Depending on what space is going to be available, just looking up that upstairs now, that one closet's fucking giant.
Well, those closets are full of stuff.
And they're going to stay full of stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, damn. Because, dude, you know what I'm saying? You can set up an ISO booth. You know what I mean? Like,
I wish those closets were empty because I would do something else with them than what they're...
What, grow weed?
No, I would...
oh, damn.
No,
I'd grow weed. They're perfect. They're perfect size for growing weed.
Yeah.
And in this neighborhood, I mean, you just get a good scrubber, cut a hole in the roof. You know what
I mean? Don't think it would work out too well for me.
No, but what were you gonna? What was your?
No, I was like, I'd be able to, store some of my crap in there. Like, put this shelf I have full of electronics and boxes in there.
Well, remember, the Ableton's getting reboxed, so...
Yeah. That video will be coming soon.
Well, that's probably the first one too, right?
I should do it just to be funny.
An Ableton Reebox. That's fucking awesome, dude. I'm reboxing this push because I just don't use it.
Ableton push reboxing.
If the Xbox 360 wasn't box itself wasn't that's a tongue twister. The Xbox 360 box. If that wasn't so torn up, that would have been a good one to do. Reboxing.
Except for I don't even have a controller right now.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
What happened? Where is it? Broke?
Well, the old one got broken because, well, campers on Call of Duty are frustrating. And then I had a wired remote, but, well, that got messed up, not by my own doing. And then I got pissed off about the person messing it up, so I ripped the wire out of it.
Oh.
Because, well, they took it without my permission and then fucked it up, so I figured in that moment of rage, the best way to prevent them from using it again is to make it so it doesn't work anymore, right?
It's pretty nihilistic, but all right. Now no one uses it. Yeah.
Yes. You're going to take my shit and fuck it up. Now nobody's going to use it because it's trash.
Oh, chat room.
Chat room.
Maybe there's
Chat room.
maybe,
Hey, chat room. Chat room.
Maybe there's
Chat.
No, because remember last week we totally spaced.
It's totally spaced on the chat room.
Oh shit! We actually had people in there like, "Hey, it's pretty, contributing to the discussion." Then we had this basically spend the last 20 minutes of the show. Oh shit! Sorry guys, catching up. Holy shit! But what all was going to be up there? What were you going to do with that closet space if it was available for you?
Well, I was going to use it like
just storage, I guess.
Yeah, put that there,
Right,
that in there, put some of this other shit in
there.
there.
It's going to be something cool like a server room or something like.
I don't really have a server, so we can't really run a server if I don't have a server.
Sign up for our Patreon.
Yeah, buy us a server.
Buy us a server. Oh, yeah, cool, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Liked it, maybe Kevin. That's who I'm seeing, by the way, Kevin, who will be playing July 15th with Age of Truth. There's other bands, and I'm sorry if anyone from those happens to see this. I just can't recall who it is right now. But more or less, yeah. So I speaking of studios and Tube and all that stuff, I tried my hand at some Game Tube last week. Tried a little bit of streaming of Terraria, and let me say, like, trying to figure out the bit rate and the resolution and all that jazz. Like, that's why I have so much respect for, like, the knowledge that you have of doing this shit, dude. Because, like, I had him save his archives, and I was thinking of, like, publishing them out of the unlisted. But, dude, like, it got so fucked up. Like, it got so bad. To the point where, like, the screen would freeze for, like, 2 minutes. You'd hear me talking, and you'd hear the game progressing. But the frame rate was so bad, like... And the thing, too, is trying to... Okay, when you stream on YouTube, there's two numbers. Technically 3 numbers, but the 2 I'll focus on that they give a shit about is the resolution and the video bit rate.
Yeah.
And the thing is that what got confusing... Now, I don't know. I did this under Stream Now. I didn't create an event. I'm thinking of doing an event. Like tonight, if I want to go stream Terraria, I'll be like, create an event for 9 o'clock and just make sure I have my ass down there at 9 o'clock ready to go. Because the preview screen and all that is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, so what it is, when you hit Stream Now, like, I told him, all right, I'm going to put a video bitrate of 2500 out. You know what I mean? Like, I figure I could fucking do it. And immediately YouTube's like, you fucking asshole, what are you doing? Like, that's not worth. No, you need like 1,000. So I chopped the bitch down. And then, so that worked. That was fine. I wasn't getting those, like, yellow messages of, like, oh, that's screwed up, fix it. But they at least told you what it was. Now, the, what the hell is that?
This is that song that person linked us to.
What?
It says for use. So,
wait, what?
We'll have to check it out at some point.
What? Who linked what?
This is from that. This person.
That just happened? Oh, Jesus. All right.
Well, no, that's the spam that.
All right.
But
Well,
it might not be spam.
I'll get back to that in a sec. All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, then we'll have to check this music out. Watch it not be free use. Well, I'll explain in a sec. I'll tell you in a sec. But anyway, so I can't figure out the resolution. You know, and like I said, you have to like get the numbers all to match between OBS and YouTube, and try and get it close to the game if the game even offers this said resolutions, and so it doesn't look too weird. And plus, I was doing it Wi-Fi, so like I was definitely having a lot of problem via Wi-Fi with because it's a decent signal, but it's not strong enough. You know what I mean? Like, so what we got to do is drill a hole in the floor to the basement, to the studio, and then I'll be able to run the Cat 5. Actually, technically a Cat 6. I have a Cat 6 cable, which works fine because we used it on my roommate's laptop. Like we just did a quick test of the hard line plug-in. Yeah, it works. And he was like, and he was actually saying like, this actually moves pretty fucking quick. I'm like, yeah, dude, straight to the pipe.
Yeah, if you guys want the house wired for network, I know how to do that shit. Or anybody out there, if you need your house wired for network because Wi-Fi is bullshit, hit me up.
Well, let me ask you this: like actually putting panels in the wall.
Yeah, I know how to run the wires through the walls and fucking put the little jack plates on the fucking in the wall and everything.
So okay, well let me ask you in essence then, like, okay, would it just be smarter for us to just drill a small hole through the wood floor down to the basement, because it's like right fucking there, and it's so discreet because it would be off in the corner, not in a corner where anyone sits or does anything.
Well, you could do that, but from what I understand, wiring your house with network is actually like improves your property value just
yeah,
a tiny
definitely.
bit. So I mean,
well now how does one do that with that? Like, how many holes do you got to go around and cut?
you do it through you literally do it through the wall. Like here, like I mean, I didn't do it all professional like I could have, but my wire runs back along there, goes into that storage closet there, goes down behind the hallway closet, underneath the bathtub, down into the utility room, across the ceiling, and then I have it run behind the shelves over the fireplace, and then to the where the router is.
All right, so yours is like running outside the wall though, or is it?
Well, it's part up here in this room. It's
outside
the wall.
Obviously, because if you move shit around.
Then it goes through the wall, and then it down in the family room. It's outside the wall.
Again, only because of the sake of like, oh, if you do any rearranging, you're gonna have to move shit around.
Well, yeah, like I'm gonna have to run that wire. I'm gonna have to take when I move up there. I'm gonna have to take the wire and run it up through the other storage closet up there, and then bring it out into the room.
I'll have to, dude. I got to get you over to my place. I just got to get you down there, and to just take a look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
because maybe there's a possibility here of I mean, like I said, there's the dumb stupid way because again, where the the way that Verizon did it was interesting because like the signal came into it's the Verizon Fios setup, so they had that giant junction box in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay, so the signal comes into the street from there, hits the junction box, and then when they send it to the rest of the house, they went back outside. Yeah, they went back outside. Sent one to the modem itself, and then from the modem, so they go back outside, then back inside to get to the modem.
You mean the router?
The router/modem, right? And then they ran from the modem back again outside the house, went through the wall, the stone wall, to get to the upstairs bedrooms, and all that stuff. Now, I'm not going to have TV wired to my room because I don't fucking care. I don't watch TV.
Yeah.
I just don't, you know what I mean? Like, I told her, because Eric was like, oh, yeah, if you want a box, just, it'll be, like $10 or something a month to rent another box. I'm like, I don't care. I don't need a box. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because at times that I do watch TV, I'm going to watch the Phillies game, and Eric's watching the Phillies game. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather, if anything, I might actually tell him, like, dude, I'll pay for extra internet. You know what I mean? Like a beefier package. But I don't think we would need that because it's already fucking titties to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's just a weird that the way that they ran. I'm just like, why couldn't they just go through the floor? Like, boom, there you are. It's literally right there.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm going to be doing with this Cat6 cable. Cat6. It's at least to run it to the basement. But I'm thinking maybe in terms of like running a hard line Cat6 or Cat5 or 6 up to my bedroom. But there's a carpeted floor you got to deal with.
Yeah.
So like actually coming, drilling up from, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
plus I think the ceiling is a recessed ceiling. It's a lowered ceiling or whatever because there's
what, like a drop ceiling, like the foam panels?
It's not foam panels. Like I think they've actually built like a void with drywall because they have spotlights, not track lighting, but like this.
Recessed can lighting.
Yeah, so that I think they have a void there. Like because there's definitely a difference in the height of the ceiling between the living room and the kitchen. I believe. I think there is. It's slightly an optical illusion because of how the one island cutout is and stuff like that. But, yeah, dude, I should just bring you over. I should just bring you over and be like, let's see about getting this house, wiring a network into this house or whatever, or at least getting the cables in.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, with cell phones and stuff, yeah, Wi-Fi is okay. But, like, if you're running a desktop, you should like, you might as well wire a network. Like, if like 4 people in your house have fucking PCs, you might as well run a network because you're just gonna fucking
Crush everyone.
You're gonna be spreading that fucking. There's
signal.
only so much Wi-Fi bandwidth.
Right.
It can only pump out so much signal. The more computers that are using that signal, the less signal there is for all of them. That's what was one of the problems here was, well, aside from my house being fucking like the worst house for fucking Wi-Fi ever, it, like, there was all kinds of devices all accessing the Wi-Fi at the same time,
and
mine was the furthest from the router.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're back at the line.
Yeah, so
you get.
That's why I had to get.
You truly got trickled down.
Yeah,
like you really did get trickled down on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. More people should do it because, like, they'd be surprised how much bandwidth they're not using because they're just not able to get it
and
because
just
of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's just wasted on inefficiencies and all that stuff.
Like,
I never did speed test. I should have did the speed test before even talking about this and that and the third. From just to see what my Wi-Fi was. It was pretty decent though. Like, I mean, once I started, like on the second night that I did it, once I started to get the numbers all figured out, and I think I got it.
My computer's being restarted.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully the stream isn't affected.
I don't think it should be. Well, I mean, you have like 70 tabs open.
Well, I always have mad tabs open.
It's just
I don't know why pure one.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you? Yeah, like all these. Dude, I always run. I don't run no more than 5 tabs. Like, why do people do this?
Because once the page is loaded, it's not really drawing anything.
I'll have to read that later, maybe. Your connection is not private.
Well, then I could close that because I don't know what the hell that's all about.
Yeah.
I'll get back to that later.
Yeah, we're still streaming.
Yeah, don't mind us. We're
still streaming.
Hey, what's the name
Yes,
of
we're
it?
still streaming.
What's the title of the show?
A.D.D. TV.
Exactly.
A.D.D. TV.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well. So yeah. Like I said, the second night, I somewhat got the numbers figured out. I think I know what I'm doing. I know I can't put it shit out in HD, but if I could at least put it up in 480, especially for a game like Terraria, which is just a kind of 8-bit, 16-bit style game anyway
Yeah.
to begin with, it's good for me. You know, just something. And also, I did a cool test, a non-streaming multiplayer test with my brother down in Florida, where I jumped into his world via Steam multiplayer and using Steam chat to talk to him. So that worked pretty well too. You know what I mean? Like because especially he was the one technically hosting. You know, and now again, you know, could I do multi? And that was the funny thing too. When I had people checking me out playing Terraria, they'd be like, "Hey, can I join? Can I do multiplayer?" And I'm like, coming soon enough. Like I can't. There'd be no way for me to host the world, even through Steam, and stream at the same time. Like, dude, it would just be like, like literally someone from YouTube would come out of the screen and smack me in the face and say, "What the fuck are you think you're doing, dude? Like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, no, not with your 7-year-old piece of shit." Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was pretty much about it on the channel stuff. I mean, well, you know, we're at 47 subs. I mean, we gotta get. I know I do got a better job of promoting, but it's just been everything's just been chaotic because of this move. Like, still trying to get furniture figured out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just trying to get settled in. Like, not that there's anything wrong with the house, but it's just, you know, the rest of the world doesn't freaking stop because I moved. You know, like,
Yeah.
So I still had to go to work, still had to do the job 6 days a week with both jobs and all that good happy stuff. So, all right, let's hear this song real fast because apparently this is someone left us a comment in the spam.
Well, we'll find out if it's actually for use or not.
Yeah, exactly.
If our video gets a copyright tag.
Yeah, check the.
All right, so let's see what's this.
You're muted. Oh, yeah, oh boy.
Apparently, it's like some kind of techno.
Deep house or something like that. What style would they call this?
I don't know.
Used for your vids and intros. All tracks are royalty free. Frank Zappa?
Yeah, it looked like Zappa.
I mean, it's okay. Not what I would fuck with.
Not really our style. He's kind of, I don't know. It's a little simple.
Well, he's giving away for free.
Eh.
Yeah.
It's only like 2 minutes, 21 seconds.
Frank Zappa again.
The question is does the person know that that's Zappa?
Probably not.
I don't know. Maybe it's not Zappa.
63,000 views.
That means they've put it up on 63,000 different people's
Yeah.
fucking videos.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right. It's just,
Meh.
yeah, it's a meh, but not a meh as in you suck. It's just I don't know. It's not my thing.
Yeah,
It's just amazing what's on this tube, though, man. It's honestly amazing, like all the different crazy shit that's on here.
yeah, lots of crazy shit. Lots of pointless shit too, but
Yeah. I'm like, I'm half tempted to. I'm trying. I don't know. I'd have to talk to you about it. Maybe even more so off air. But if we really want to throw in on the fucking politics tube, you know what I mean? Like go around rebutting people. Like, do we want to unleash? Do we want to sit there and expose ourselves to some of those fucking animals that are in some of these folks' fan bases? Like, let's just take for example Alex Jones. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they're his rabid fans.
Right now, we've done like a couple things on him. I mean, we did the one off the Right Wing Watch where he was like, "Oh, I'm 16 years old and I fucked 200 chicks." You know what I mean? We did that clown shit. But specifically your London bombing story, like, you know what I mean? Like, is it something where do we want to go in on that? Like, because you do know those people are pretty fucking in that fan base, not Alex Jones or his team specifically, like. And it's not to say that they condone or direct or I don't know, you know, but there are elements and some folks in that fan base that are pretty fucking ruthless, like savagely ruthless fucking people. You know, like getting in terms of like getting dirt on us. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Going through the public records and seeing what could be a newer address and then like doxing and shit like that. You know, hacking attempts. You know, and it also, I mean, it happens it doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. It happens to everybody. Both sides get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Anon dudes are constantly doxing and outing and unmasking alt-right guys. You know what I mean? That's where I got that thing of like whenever they get found out and it's like, oh, you know, I'm just going to take the time and seek donations and build my media empire. They all fucking say that. Every single one of them that has gotten in trouble or quote unquote found. You know what I mean? Like doxed and found, and then they lose their job because their boss is like, oh my God, like I didn't realize how much of a piece of shit you are. Like, but then they all say like, you know, I'm just going to take the time and try and go get donations together and fundraisers and so I can build my media empire. They just think I just buy the gear and now I have a media empire. No, you have to have content. Like you have to actually do something. I know this content right now isn't all that much, but we're at least doing something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I mean,
part of the problem with our show is we're kind of geared towards live interaction with our audience, but there's nobody there.
Well,
come on, catch us live, people.
Yeah.
We'll shoot the shit. We'll go back and forth.
I mean, we don't have the Google Hang Up setup thing, and actually, I've been looking into the possibility of how to remedy that situation of not having to use the H2 of just banging it, actually doing that mix minus shit that I tried to fucking do the last time. It is totally freaking doable, but I think it's just a matter of what type of cable, so it doesn't get that left-only speaker. You know, like, which it shouldn't do that, but it does. So, but yeah, more or less, like, I mean, there is that aspect to it with our live interaction.
Yeah.
But even then, just generally, like the game stream ideas and highlights. But then if, like I said, it comes to highlight, you know, say I were to sit there and do something on that Sargon of Akkad guy or whatever. You probably never heard the name.
No.
Okay, good. But he's apparently like the big right-leaning all-star of the politics tube in that camp. Motherfucker makes $5,000 a month on just Patreon. Just Patreon.
Huh.
And he basically just puts together videos being triggered over SJWs. That's his whole shtick. It really is. He's been actually getting his ass handed to him recently. In all honesty, he's been getting his ass handed to him. But like I said, if I were to do like a video on that guy, you know what I mean? Like, do we want to get into, do we want to invite ourselves to that party, if you will?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know, because
Because I
the problem with a lot of those crowds is they'll just fucking, oh, let's go rage comment on his fucking video and fucking.
go.
I mean, yeah, I
thumbs
suppose
down.
we can get activity, on Facebook or on YouTube from that. But the problem I see there is people who actually comment and are reasonable will get drowned out by the rage posters.
They would only stick around for like say for example, okay, next week we do like a whole episode and we just take down Sargon of Akkad or whatever. This dude Carl Berenstein or from England. Like, so we just do a whole video on this dude Carl and his whole YouTube channel and everything about him, right? So we would obviously, we would probably see nothing but negative thumbs down ratings. Because that's the one thing that is, they just go around and like just thumbs down all the videos about their guy that they don't like.
Yeah.
So there'd be a bunch of that. There would probably be a bunch of shitty comments. Okay, and then there would probably be stuff on your track day video and the playlist. There would probably be stuff on like the past videos that we've done,
Yeah.
and stuff in the episodes and all this thing that we had so far. And then there would probably continue on for maybe like a month, maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever, depending on if we respond to it. You know what I mean? Like, because it just seems to like come in, like it hits an initial splurge, and then it just trickles off. And then sometimes there's flare-ups, depending on what you got going on. Obviously, like, oh well, he may sit there and make a video about us. And then we would respond to it, and then he would respond to that one, and then there's one that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
The thing is at the end game of it all is anything really? Is there any like real progress on anything, in a sense? Like, not progress in terms of the political use of the word progressive. Oh, we converted them from right wing bullshit. No, but just even of just where people, regardless of the camp, where they're just like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I kind of see his point. Like concessions or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's,
Well,
I just think it's just gonna. I think it just makes it just more tribal, just more tribalistic.
yeah, I don't know. I'd like to avoid those crowds because our channel's small, and having thousands of people come thumbs down our channel videos would just hurt us, because you never want to have more thumbs down than thumbs up.
Right.
So
But it's just crazy though, because like I see this stuff because like some folks, like, they'll be like Michael Brooks versus Sargon of Akkad, and Sam Cedar versus this guy, and Jimmy Dore versus that guy, and Ben Shapiro versus this chick, and this chick versus that dude. You know what I mean? Like, you see them, and you see in the suggested comments or suggested video fields when I'm watching my podcast or college lecture videos, stuff like that on economics, blah 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 blah. So you see that stuff, and sometimes you'll click on it, and like I said, like, you just go through the comments and section, and it's just like nobody's having a discussion with each other. They're just straight talking over each other's head. Like, it really is just steamrolling. And then when they do talking back and forth to each other, it's not a conversation with the person. It's a conversation almost about the person or around them. Like, yeah, that's the way to describe it. It's a conversation around them, in a sense. Oh, you're doing some doing some housekeeping here real quick.
yeah.
Yeah. Now they're in the playlist. Yeah, Vern now finally put them in the playlist. that I started but didn't finish.
Slacker.
Dude, hence the name of the fucking show. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know, dude. We'll have to just play it by ear, because there's definitely stuff in the politics. I mean, we'll probably get to a story or two here today, but it's there's definitely some highlight videos and some thoughts I personally want to get chopped. Maybe it's not done necessarily on this show, and maybe they're just done as separate videos on my own, like some kind of monologue type thing or something. You know, we'll have to see. I mean, you know, it's not like we have any bosses ahead of on top of us that we got to please.
Yeah.
You know, just ourselves mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly. So, all right. What else? What else was there? All right. Well, I guess the current event stuff. Holy shit, dude.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. First, I'll start here. That speech in Poland. Did you get a chance to read or hear any of it that he gave in Poland when he met their president?
No.
Holy fucking nationalism, Batman.
What do you do now?
Dude, I swear he must have invoked 11 of the 14 words.
14 words.
That's the 14 words is a neo-Nazi fucking thing. But it's like the whole, like, by our will of our people, we will overcome the inferior race type bullshit. It literally is that. But, like, dude, he sat there and said that, like, secular forces are ruining the traditions of the country. Like, he basically called out, like, you know, it's like secular, the state, practically said liberal almost. You know what I mean? Like, basically he just put it in there. He was just scaring people with the boogeyman shit, that there's forces that are trying to ruin our traditions, you know, and by our will. See, that's the big nationalistic neo-Nazi sounding shit. You know, the courage of our will, the by our will defend Western civilization and all that. Like, dude, like I am paraphrasing it hardcore, because it was last week, and I remember reading I'm just reading through this transcript. I'm like, this is like, dude, this is autocratic fucking bullshit right now.
Yeah.
You know, and he's doing it in Poland, which, ironically enough, like, pretty much has a neo-Nazi government right now. Like, Poland's government is so hardcore far right. It's insane. Like, I'm why they just don't call themselves neo-Nazis at this point. I don't know. But they had set it up where as the Polish politicians, and this is to show you just how toxic everything is right now. The Polish politicians, the guys that were in favor of the party, or you know, who were in their president's party, you know, they're all cheering for him. Yeah, our team, yeah. And as the opposition party, which would be, I guess, they're quote unquote Democrats, if you will, or whatever, as they're walking into the square, the area where he gave the speech, they're all screaming traitor, treason, kill him. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, like, just the foulest, like, total freaking caveman shit you would ever, like, see or hear in your life. You know what I mean? Like, they're saying this about, like, half their political class at a joint non-party. It's supposed to be it's a presidential visit. Not really supposed to be anything partisan about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And this same party too, Leigh Welska, who was the guy that did Solidarity in Poland to fight back against the Soviet Union. You know, he's a hero. Like, in the West, like, he's the guy that helped Poland, like, start to begin, like, hey, fuck the Soviet Union shit. You know what I mean? Like, as far as, like, getting the people organized against totalitarianism and so forth. The people, the current government in Poland has now got the people to look at that guy like a traitor. Like they call him a communist sympathizer. Yet he fought communists. You know, dude, it's insane. Like the double speak, like it really is.
Everything's going nuts.
It's so George Orwell right now, dude.
Yeah, well, it's fucking 1984.
It's you know what I mean, like where a guy who was a national hero, like now in not even 20 years, 30 years, like he's seen as he's an enemy. They see him as a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, and this new government that got in there was able to propagandize the people that fast and that quickly to then basically turn on this dude. At least I don't know if he's still alive. I'm not sure, but at least the memory of him. That would be like if someone were to sit there and be like George Washington was a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, people do.
Well, yeah. Well, I understand the slave owner thing. But a sitting national party, like a sitting national party right now, in power. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing. Are you not following or?
What do you mean? Like a sitting national power? Like
A Republican or a Democrat. Like, have you ever heard any Republican or Democrat sit there and try and change everyone's thought on who George Washington generally was in a mainstream sense? Oh, you know.
Not really, but.
That's where my comparison would be with it. You know what I mean? Like, they would be trying to sit there. Like with Martin Luther King. Now, yeah, granted, yeah, that's probably a better example because Leish wasn't a politician. He was just a union activist, a union member. But Martin Luther King, same thing, not an elected official.
Yeah.
That would all of a sudden be like, you know, say someone in the Republican Party just comes out and is just like, he was a piece of shit, he was a traitor to this country, he was awful, like, well, you know, so forth and so on. Like, and it just slowly changing everyone's recollection of who he was. You know what I mean? Like, the memory of him.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So, it's fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, the world's in trouble because, like, it's like it doesn't like people will fucking set aside what's actually factual for their own fucking viewpoint. Like that's how we end up with fucking chemtrailers and flat earthers and shit. Oh, I don't believe in science. It's a religion. Like what? No, it's not.
Especially flat Earth. Like, how did this come about? Like, how was it?
Anti-intellectualism. There are people who think that
is it really that
being smart is just people fucking like,
oppressing you.
It's their belief. It has nothing to do with facts. It doesn't like with the fucking like with the chemtrailers. It doesn't matter what the facts are. It's what they think that matters. It's what they believe that matters. Because, I mean, if they really wanted to know the truth, they could find the truth themselves just by fucking actually doing some research. But no, they don't want the truth. They want their bias confirmed. They want to confirm their viewpoint. It doesn't, and that's why our political system is falling apart. Is because, oh, I'm a Republican and these are the things I believe, and it doesn't matter if some of these things are wrong.
Majority of them.
It doesn't matter if they're morally wrong. I want to keep doing them. And I see my fellow Republicans want to keep doing them. So we're in the right because we're Republicans and this is what we want. So this is, it doesn't matter, you know.
The tribalism.
Like, yeah, same thing. Even the corporate people, it's all tribalism. Oh, we're corporate executives and we want to fucking keep our fucking like fucking $3,000 an hour fucking paycheck.
$300,000 a week.
So,
yeah.
God damn it, I'm not giving up some of my fucking $3,000 paycheck, $3,000 an hour to fucking pay my employees better. Oh, it doesn't matter that they're the bulk of the company and our company couldn't survive without all of our fucking low tier fucking employees. They don't deserve more than fucking $7.50 an hour. And it's like, you sit in an office all day. Like, actually, hell, fucking most of them probably don't even sit in their office all day. Or out playing golf with their buddies. Networking. Oh, I'm out. I'm going to the golf course to network with the executive of Bill blah 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 fucking Incorporated.
Right, right.
And it's like, and it blows my mind how people who are in middle class will defend the upper class.
Because they
like,
have that full that.
I make $50,000 a year because I do this. What makes you think you deserve fucking $15 an hour, Mister fucking assembly line worker or whatever? You know, taco shop employee.
Right, right.
And it's like, dude, you're coming at me because I want a fucking living wage when that guy in that fucking office up there, he's fucking making fucking thousands of dollars an hour and barely does
As I saw
anywhere near as much work as anybody below him.
As I saw this hashtag, it's called Peasants for Plutocracy. It's like what you said, when how the elites, those upper 1%ers, if you will, the top earners, like they've gotten these allies and these defenders amongst the middle class, which they're fucking over just as much as they are the poor class.
Well, they're fucking us over a little bit less than they're fucking you over,
no,
so we like them.
They're fucking you over just as
Yeah.
hard. Like, your kids should be going to school at least the first 2 years of college for fucking free. Like, there's nothing saying that can't fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in fact, I think that's something that needs to actually kind of be encouraged and actually start to be done, because I think that in that 2 years, like in a community college, or to an extent where it's like, okay, this is adult training right now. Like, we're going to teach you how to fucking adult, you know, like balance a checkbook. This is how mortgages.
Well, that's shit that should be taught to you in high school.
Right.
For real.
And dude, they barely teach it. Like, there was something that was kind of, that was on one of the Democratic Socialist Facebook pages. Apparently out in Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, that douchebag, thinks it's going to be a great idea that we're going to withhold your high school diploma unless you show that you have a job and have worked said job for certain amount of time, or have this many irons in the fire regarding college applications, or be in college already, or already accepted. Then they will give you your high school diploma. Now, that's fucking stupid, because what they try to sit there and say is, well, we're doing this to teach the kids responsibility and about what it's like to enter the working world and the adult world and blah 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 blah. Why couldn't you do it during the 4 fucking years they were in your fucking building?
Yeah.
Okay, and on top of that, you're making this like such, you're trying to apply this ideal teaching mechanism of the stick and carrot, of like, you know, the diploma is the carrot, but that stick is, you better fucking have the 3 things we asked you to fucking have: the job, the college apps, or enrolled in college. But here's the thing: it's Chicago inner city. There's no fucking jobs. No one is investing money into fucking Chicago, therefore increasing labor demands. Okay? Oh, well, the kid just goes gets into fucking burger flipping job or works after school. It's what I did when I was a kid. Yeah, except in those burger flipping jobs are assholes like me, because there's no other fucking jobs. So the 30-year-olds who should be moving on from the fucking burger flipping jobs can't move on from said burger flipping jobs because there's no better fucking jobs. So then the young kids can't get a job because I'm taking his fucking spot.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have, and for anybody to sit there and really, not so much in this audience of 3 people that we have, he's checking, but not so much within this audience, or a lot of the people that we kind of run with, like, but that just seems to me that with some there seems this mentality. I mean, someone close to you, has that same old way of thinking and not realizing that it's not the same. The progression of life has completely changed on so many factors. You can't just walk into a shop and say, "Hey, I'll push a broom. Can I have a job?" It doesn't fucking work like that anymore.
Yeah, they'll just say, "Hey, you can sweep our floor, but I'm not giving you a job or paying you for it."
Well, and on top of that, if you were to go up to Pep Boys, they'd be like, "Okay, yeah, that's cool. Go to our website and fill out this application and blah 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 blah, and then they'll be able to handle it there." So that's already. I mean, the one last place that I could think of, but even then, that's starting to change now. Even with the mom and pops single unit.
Yeah, because there's companies out there who specialize in payroll and employment.
Right. Yeah, well, yeah.
They go around to small businesses and say, "Hey, look, we know it's a pain in the butt to hire people, to go through all the process of hiring them, doing the paperwork, and blah blah blah. Just pay us this money." Like when I worked at Halloween Adventure, they had completely outsourced their hiring and payroll.
Yeah, it's a subcontracted human resources department.
Yeah, we'll handle we'll handle getting the applicants and finding qualified people, and then we'll handle their paychecks and logging their hours. Here, we'll give you this machine for them to clock in and clock out on.
Yep.
And we'll have a little web portal for people to apply to your company. And like even small company, even the small companies nowadays are fucking jumping to online applications.
And I was gonna say, obviously we see it in retail. Retail is just totally dominated with that.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see, because the one last place that I think you could, that I feel that you could do something like that. I mean, someone may tell you, yeah, well, what about a small mom and pop mechanic shop and a repair garage? Yeah, but are they really fucking hiring people right now? Because them dudes don't make any fucking money. They don't make shit.
And that in those kinds of fucking shops, like they hired the guy. They like went out of their way to find the mechanic they want. Or, they're not like fucking Pep Boys Garage or fucking one of these other big name fucking auto repair shops where they'll we'll hire this mechanic after a year. Well, we let him go because we can just fucking put a call out on fucking monster.com, or we can fucking make an arrangement with fucking UTI or one of the other tech schools for fucking
to get
recent graduates to come
right.
in. No, these mom and pop shops, they hire a guy and that's their they hire these guys, and these guys are there until either they do something stupid enough to actually get mom and pop to go, yeah, you gotta go, or they decide to move on to a better shop, or they retire. Because like, how many times have you seen like a old guy working in one of those garages? He's been there for like 25 years.
Yeah. Well, so I guess that one's a little bit nuanced more. But the one that I see that I'm definitely way more experienced is the restaurant industry, and the food service industry. It is the one where, for the most part, in the majority, you can just walk. I mean, that's what I did with a lot of my restaurant jobs. I just walk in and say, "Can I talk to the kitchen manager?" Yeah, you need a fucking prep cook, you need a dishwasher, you need this, that, and the third. Actually, yes, I do. And then we go from there. You know what I mean? Like, but I've started seeing, especially with the opening of this place in Conshohocken and several other places in King of Prussia, where they were just like, go here online. Now, granted, it was for the initial grand opening and to set up the opening staff and everything like that. But I've also noticed that, like, even these places now that they've been open for like a year or more, they say, "Hey, we're looking for a server. Go online."
Yeah.
We have an online job board with my company, but it's not the main funnel. Like, anyone can still walk in I see it all the time. People, motherfuckers, walk in off the street and get hired.
Well, is this a single restaurant, or is it part of a chain?
No,
yeah. See, that's probably the difference, is whether it's a single establishment.
But
I'm
seeing that with these singles though. I
Well,
am.
yeah,
I
but
am
with the chains
Oh,
are
they-
gonna,
yeah,
they're
that's a
gonna
given.
send you to a website.
Yeah, that's a given. Applebee's, Fridays, everything like that.
Outback.
Yeah, but I'm starting to definitely see that more on the mom and pop side because I guess there's products that are from those HR subcontract companies that are actually like in the price point in the market in the price range that these guys can afford to do it with.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, it's just like to kind of take a step back here, like it's this like we're in such a weird place where there's this extreme isolated individualism that's kind of going on. Because think about the mentality with the bosses behind those go online site type places. Okay, it's like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with hiring. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's this. I don't want to. It's like, you know, like, and then also in terms too of like what the one person close to you said, just go to a shop and get a bro. Dude, that's your viewpoint of it.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily reality. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I think and I mean this even happens on the politics tube too. Like when we were talking about earlier with the discussion shit. Like it's everything is just so fucking narrow minded. Like on a person's own viewpoint.
Yeah.
Like they really don't understand. Like they can't. Like I rarely see anybody sit there and be like, I could see your side of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's such a rare thing these days. Is like people going, you know what? You make some interesting points. You know,
well,
people dig in their heels.
Dig the
no, my viewpoint is the correct one.
Well, like for example, in a Facebook comment thread, like this one guy was sitting there trying to sit there and be like, oh well, you know, if it's getting hard economically in the blue state areas and like Philly, New York, and blah blah blah, like, you know, move out to New Mexico. You know, I mean, it's where I live and it's a beautiful state and the land's cheap and real estate's really really cheap and you can get like a house for like $200 or $500 a month and blah blah. And I stopped him. I said, well, look, bro, you got to look at it this way. Here's my personal perspective from it. Okay, I lived in both a blue state and a red state. Okay, I lived in Florida and I lived in Pennsylvania. Not in terms of like this past election, because obviously PA and Florida went red. But in terms economically, like Pennsylvania is definitely more robust and has been around a lot longer than Florida. You know, and in terms of like economic issues, Pennsylvania weathers the storm a lot better than Florida does. So that now, and this is where here's where I came to him with him. I was like, okay, you know, you live in PA, like, you know, a decent 1-bedroom apartment by yourself. You know, you're looking at like $1,000 to $1,200 a month, and that's being fucking generous. I feel for a 1-bed in this area.
Well, if you want a nice apartment, if
Right.
you want just an apartment, you can get cheaper.
Right, but
even that's going to be like $600, $700, $800 a month.
right now, and the thing is like, you know, you work at the Wawas up here, and some service jobs, they are starting to kind of average in at about a $9.50 to $10 an hour. It's about the, you know, McDonald's. I mean, Wawa starts you at 10 now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I think that's a fair number. Obviously, there's guys like a Shitty John's who just pays you fucking minimum wage. They pay you fucking $7.75. Like they're fucking assholes. So yeah, but I think it's fair to say we're looking at a $9 to $10 an average in this food service type shit. Now, like I said, you know, that you can get that shit apartment for $500-$600 a month. It's a shit apartment.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side, you go down to Florida. Yeah, rent's cheaper. That 1-bedroom is probably $700 a month. You know, the shitty version of that apartment would be $400 a month. It is cheaper, but your wages are lower.
Yeah.
It's the local marketplace. It's so in terms like this, and as I replied to the guy, I said, look, I mean, I could come out to New Mexico with my carpetbagger money that I made here in Pennsylvania. My say I was in a job that made oh God, I would love to be in a job that made $60,000. Patreon. But So I got my 60 grand that I earned. It's $60,000 Pennsylvania dollars, earned Pennsylvania dollars, or earned. It's obviously it's national money, but it's money that was earned in the Pennsylvania economy.
Yeah.
Okay, I take that bitch out to New Mexico. I'm gonna live nice with 60 G's in New Mexico, like that, dude. There's 60. Like I put it this way: $60,000 in Pennsylvania probably translate to $72,000 in Florida. Your money does go further.
Yeah.
And remember, because of where I earn the money, it's a pretty rugged area in that terms. Like, I mean, it's expensive to live here. You know what I mean? The Eastern Seaboard is an expensive fucking place to live.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, once you start heading more west of where we're at in King of Prussia, and you get out into Pennsylvania, yeah, it gets cheaper. But again, you're going to be working for $7.75 an hour out there.
Yeah.
You know, so the thing that I said to the guy was, it's like, yeah, when I shared with him my experience about living in Pennsylvania and living in Florida, and I was like, yeah, when I first got to Florida, the money I had in my wallet did go further. However, once I was there for 6 months and I was working inside of their economy and their marketplace, then it all balanced itself out. Then it wouldn't matter. It'd be like, oh, okay, well, this is the same shit that I did in Pennsylvania. It's just the numbers are smaller.
Yeah.
But it's the same percentages and the same per capita and ratio to shit.
Yeah.
So what it was with that guy was, like I said, now we're get back with this individual. You looked at his Facebook profile. Born in New Mexico, lives in New Mexico, went to school in New Mexico, met his wife in New Mexico, has kids in New Mexico. He's never left New Mexico.
Yeah.
So of course it's easy for him, or it may seem like the easy and no shit Sherlock answer for him to be like, well, hey man, you can get an acre of land real cheap out here. Okay, but it's also expensive to live in isolation.
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause then you have to have a car.
You have to have a car. You may have to, for heating purposes. There's no gas pipes.
Yeah.
You may have to have
fucking
propane deliveries.
or home heating oil delivery. Yeah.
Out there, I think they use more gas than actual oil. I think because I think the oil actually would just evaporate, like, or it ruins. You run the risk of losing it from the ullage in a tank,
Well,
because it just cooks in the sun, or they bury them.
little secret: home heating oil is just diesel.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a slightly different formulation, but you could actually take home heating oil and put it in a diesel truck, and it would work.
No, it's still right
but you'd be breaking the law, so don't do that.
because of the sulfur, I guess.
It's just I forget what it is. I forget what the difference is, but because home heating oil is actually cheaper than diesel, they actually make it illegal for you to use it for anything other than home heating.
Just like with collecting rainwater and all that shit. And
Yeah, I'm sorry. Any law that says you can't collect fucking something from nature that like literally just falls onto your property. That's like saying, oh, you can't collect and use leaves as kindling for your fire pit.
you're not allowed to breathe.
Yeah. Yeah. It fucking, well, I mean, that all those fucking laws come from fucking the CEO of Nestle wants to privatize water.
I heard about this.
If you want water, you have to buy it from a company. Like, if you own like fucking 1,000 acres and you have a fucking lake on your property, he wants it so that no, you can't fucking purify that water from the fucking, lake or pond on your property and drink it. No, you have to buy it from a company. That's what he wants. And that's why he's been fucking funding these fucking, oh, it's illegal to collect rainwater laws. Like, that's who's been doing that shit, is the fucking CEO of Nestle, which is why I don't buy Nestle products anymore. It's because it's like, dude, you're a fucking asshole. It's fucking water. It's the most abundant fucking, like, resource on the planet.
What is the end game? Like
Profit. I mean,
are they really, dude?
He's
Are they
an underwear gnome. Stop people from drinking water. Stop people from getting free water. Profit. It's fucking. He just wants to fucking make money off of something that should be free. It's fucking water. It's made from hydrogen, the most abundant fucking element in the entire universe.
Is it? How can I phrase this question? I mean, it's binary, so you got to forgive me for that, because I understand with a lot of humanity and everything, there's nuance. Because we're all, you've had different experiences. I've had different experiences. The cocksucker that runs Nestle obviously has had different experiences. But if I have to put it down to something binary, just for discussion's sake and shooting a shit's sake, is it? Are they just dumb monkeys trying to come and just get their nut off? Yeah, more. You know what I mean? Is it that, or are they really like sinister fucking evil scientist types? And that this is something planned, that they do want to sit there, like the whole like we're just gonna wipe out the entire population until there's only like 100,000 of us rich people left or some shit. Like, is it that conniving Machiavellian? Machiavellian would be a combination of the two. But is it really that sinister and evil that they are purposely doing this because it's a master plan of utter dominance and control over people and the populace and society and so forth? Or is it just like I said, monkeys running around flinging poo, and it's the mess they're leaving. You know what I mean? It's all of this is the mess of like, I want more money, so sell one.
I guess it's kind of closer to the monkey thing. What it is, and I'm convinced of this. Money, after a certain point, becomes a drug.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a drug.
I was kind of leaning like
you get
that.
$1 billion, and you're like,
I need two.
Oh, well, if I just fucking had $2 billion, I could afford a fucking like $700 million yacht. A fucking 700-foot fucking yacht, and it's fucking custom built just for me. And fucking, okay, so I fucking, how can I get up to $2 billion? Oh, I got $2 billion and I got that fucking yacht, but now I want a fucking helicopter for the yacht, and I want to fucking get some cars in fucking Monaco if I want to go to Monaco and get fucking, okay, so now I need to double that and make $4 billion. And oh, now I got the house in Monaco, but now I want a fucking house in Malibu and a fucking yacht and a fucking helicopter and some fucking cars for the house in Malibu and it's just fucking runaway. I need more stuff because I'm fucking rich. And I could buy some of the cool stuff, but that fucking rich guy over there, he just bought fucking a bigger yacht. So now I got to fucking commission a fucking new yacht to get built. So now I need to make more money, and it's just a fucking drug.
How can anyone live like that? I mean, you have all the honestly, you have all the pleasures of the world at your fucking fingertips.
Yeah, like if I had $1 billion, dude, I could fucking literally live the rest of my life having fucking a ball. And I wouldn't need to buy a fucking mega yacht. I wouldn't need to buy a fucking helicopter or a house in Monaco or just no. I'd fucking
a nice modest house. I would just straight chill.
I would rather have like 5 $250,000 houses than 5 fucking mansions, because it's like, it's just me. What the fuck do I need a mansion for? Even if I get a wife and have 3 kids, what the fuck do I need a mansion for? Like, I'll never understand how fucking people don't like have like a fucking 500,000 or 6,000 square foot fucking house, and it's like 3 bedrooms. It's like 6,000 square feet, and it's 3 bedrooms. How much square feet is just in the bedrooms? Like, that's got to be what?
60.
That's if it's like a 5,000 square foot house, that's probably what, 2,000 square feet a fucking bedroom.
Oh well,
like that's fucking ridiculous.
Well, think about it too. Is that like maybe it's also like quote unquote 3 bedroom, but like obviously space and the amenities and so. No, but I do get your point. Of like, if you got like why do you need something that massive like that? Like Spider Keith was saying, because he was like, he's hardcore in the sense of like, yeah, there needs to be some form of redistribution. Like Paris Hilton will still be Paris Hilton, but she's not going to be as big as much as Paris Hilton as she is today.
I'm still not sure why she's famous.
Because she just happened to fall out of the right vagina with the right sperm, and you know what I mean. Like that's all, dude, and the right DNA. Like that's only why she got what she got. There's no bones about it. Like. But the thing is like, say she's worth $100 million. It's like, look, you're still going to be rich. You're only going to be about 40 million rich. I mean, it's.
Here's where I draw the line. Okay. The Powerball, the lottery, it's gotten up to $1 billion.
Right.
Okay. I think that should be the line. Like monetary assets wise. Like. If you want to make more money than that, you should have to spend money, because what the problem is, like we've touched before, is
the velocity of the money.
They're
hoarding it.
Yeah, there's rich people out there who just they'll have a bunch of the like the typical super rich guy stuff, but then they just stop at some point, and then it's all just about I need to get money to maintain all this shit, so that when I retire, I can still afford to fucking have my super yacht and my fucking house in Monaco.
But even after that, like, they're still, like, they're not hoarding in the sense of, like, oh, shit, I'm overly extended as far as my life expenses and my lifestyle choices. Like, they're hoarding the money for the sake of just having the fucking money.
Yeah. Oh, look at the number of zeros on my bank account.
Right. I mean, this is in the savings accounts.
Yeah.
This isn't the checking accounts. This is the saving account. Like, it's not being. They're just holding on to it, and it doesn't do anything other than collect interest for themselves.
Yeah.
And also too, with just how the banks have even got the system designed now, where the banks are the ones that are allowed to print the money. It's not the Treasury anymore. It's the banks.
It's the Federal Reserve Bank system,
but it's
which is a private corporation,
right? But the thing is like even outside, not so much when I say print money, like everyone's going to get the imagery of like the
physical bills.
The physical. No, what these banks are allowed to do now is basically just give out loans, which is creating money out of thin air. And the way that they do it is that the way that they'll create the money / loan is that it goes to them first. They do what they fucking want with it, turn around, and when it's lost its value, loan it to us via credit cards, student loans, payment loans, or car loans, all that shit. It's then lent to us. Its value has already been defanged.
Yeah.
The dollar doesn't have as much impact as when they were holding it when it was first created.
Yeah.
They then charge interest on that money, so that's more money for them. And on top of that, ever since 2008, when they did the financial reform, the government now guarantees all of these loans. Your car loan, your credit card, all of this shit is now backed by our government. It's on our books. And that's why, like, I see real fast, to kind of get tribal myself, I see the Trumpeteers all in the Facebook like, oh, stock market's hitting record highs. We're kicking ass. Winning. I'm like, no, dude, you should be fucking scared shitless right now, because whenever you see Main Street or Wall Street success, Main Street is taking a beating. And that's exactly what's happening right now. And I'm afraid to say, like, the next crash that comes, which could be in September / October, just like the last one. Like, we're fucking due. Like, since 2008, we are so fucking due for one. And even though there was like slight stabilization that was happening in not only our economy but the world economy, the problem is that it just got to a point of bringing everyone back to what we were on September 14th, 2008, because it happened on the 15th, my brother's birthday. For most of the country, we're almost back to zero. To day before, but the shitty fucking actions that Wall Street did that led to 2008 have gone on the whole time. So it's basically we just caught our breath and now we're about to take another gut punch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the worst part is fucking
we're not
we
ready
have
for it.
corporatists in our fucking White House,
There's that, and dude, we're just not ready for it. We're not ready for it.
and we don't have the fucking country leadership to recover from it. Because
No.
fucking everybody's like, oh, Trump's a successful business. Trump is Mr. fucking bankruptcy. Like, he's filed bankruptcy like 5 more times?
Well,
Something like
dude,
that?
there's the bankruptcy, and then like it's probably going to start to get found out, and it's going to get found soon. And like little Donnie Jr.'s fucking meeting with the Russian lawyer.
Oh yeah.
It's going to get found soon that a fair amount of Donald Trump's money during the 90s, especially in Atlantic City, had organized crime ties. He was basically he basically was a cleaner. These guys would go in it because they'd be like, oh, I got investments. I got investments. I got the best investors. Yeah, they were mobsters trying to clean their fucking money up, so they put it in your hotels.
Hey Donnie, I got a couple $1 million I need cleaned up. You think if I
That sounds real good. Actually, more Bernie. I have the best mob friends. I can do Bernie more than I do Trump.
Yeah, Trump.
It's tricky. Like I know if I listen to it, crooked Hillary. Yeah, there we go. If I do a little bit more, almost like a feminine version of Christian Bale doing the Batman voice, like this. So, but there was that, and then there was also ties with his real estate with Russian flight capital.
Mm.
And even some Chinese flight capital. You know what I mean? Like, it's shit's gonna come out. Like a lot of I don't know if people have been paying attention to this. I haven't as much, but at least as far as the special prosecutor goes, Mueller's putting together the same guys, the same team of prosecutors that have worked for the Department of Justice over the years that prosecuted Enron, Bernie Madoff. All the organized crime guys, Joey Merlino, La Cosa Nostra, the Gambinos up in New York. Like he's got RICO prosecutors, RICO lawyers. Like they're going after this like the mob. Like they're trying to basically deconstruct the money.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it sounds fucking good, dude. Like I saw a story yesterday. I have to really do more digging on it. I heard someone commenting and putting together stories, at least this woman's perspective. From what she said and what it sounds like, Russia definitely did have a hand in some shit. And it wasn't just Trump, it was Clinton too. Both Clinton and Trump's campaigns were hiring the same political operative firms, Russian firms, to get info on each other. So in essence, both Clinton and Trump colluded with Russia against each other.
Well, then we're in even more trouble.
Dude, I said this to someone in a Facebook thread. I was like, look, Mom and Dad went to the store. Mom and Dad said they were going to the store to get cigarettes and smokes, and they're not coming back. Like we as a populace, like we really are on our own right now, dude.
Yeah.
Because who I mean, okay, Bernie Sanders, all right, okay, we can kind of sort of look to that guy a bit, but like what leadership is out there in the private or public sector? Like, is Jeff Bezos the type of guy from Amazon? Is he the type of guy we want to look up to? I mean,
I don't know.
have you heard the Jeff Bezos story?
No.
Okay. Do you remember a website called Woot.com?
No.
Okay. They were an online electronics seller.
Yeah.
Like PC Richards or something like that. Okay. So anyway, and they sold everything. Every type
Kind of like Newegg.
Yeah. Yeah. But it did all types of shit. Not just PC parts, but home electronics. Okay?
Television, stereos,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Abletons, all that stuff, which you're going to rebox and send to him. So Jeff Bezos, he's the head of Amazon. He's the founder. He's the CEO. He's the guy.
Yeah.
Okay. In 28 years, Bezos has had 70 acquisitions. Company acquisitions.
Hmm.
That's fucking insane. 70 acquisitions in 28 years. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
You know what I mean? Like most companies, there may be like one or two out of like a guy's lifetime, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, damn, it's 4:43 already.
Yeah.
Wow. But so he buys Woot.com. I forget the Woot CEO's name. We'll just call him Woot. So he tells Woot, all right, you're going to sign this contract. You're going to run the you're going to be on board with us for 3 years as we transition and do yada yada. A couple months go past. A lot of the shit. Oh yeah, Bezos told him like, don't worry, we're not going to gut your company. We're not going to fuck with you. I like what you're doing. We're going to just incorporate you into Amazon. Blah blah blah. That's what got Woot to sign on. He's like, all right, yeah, I'll work with you then for 3 years. Not bad. Sounds cool. We're going to build something together here. So a couple months go by, and he's not hearing anything from Seattle, from Bezos himself. Starts to see some shady shit. He's like, all right, this ain't cool. So he gets a hold of him, arranges a meeting, flies to Seattle. Okay, from New York, flies out to Seattle. So, okay, jet fuel, environment, private jet, costs, all that shit.
Yeah.
All right. Goes to breakfast with Bezos, and Jeff is eating this weird fucking pineapple octopus bacon fucking breakfast dish. Yeah, bacon, pineapple, fucking octopus. It's fucking weird, dude. Okay. So the meeting's going on. So there's this meeting. Woot is the one doing all the talking, kind of like how I do with the show. He's one. He's the one doing all the talking.
Yeah.
You kind of like Bezos. You're just sitting there. You're just eating. You're just eating. You know.
Yeah.
So finally, Woot is like, Jeff, all right, look, let's just cut the shit. Why did you have me come out here? Like, why are we doing this right now if you're not going to talk to me? Like, what's going on? You know, I have questions. Like, I'm not here to fuck with you, dude. Like, what's up? So Bezos then says, I see your company very much like this octopus dish. I came in this morning. I saw it on the menu. I had no idea what it was, and I determined I have to have it. 2 years go by. Everything that Bezos said that they weren't going to do, they fucking did. Gutted the company, chopped it off, sold it in pieces. Vulture capitalism, venture capitalism, as they call it, all that shit. So Woot is about to just resign, and he calls up Bezos, and he was like, "Dude, the fuck?" And Jeff says, "You remember that thing I told you about the octopus 2 years ago?" And he was like, Woot's like, "Yeah." He said, "Well, in order for me to consume it, I had to kill it." So in order for him to find out what it was, like what like he basically just gobbled it up and just said, "It's mine now. It's a part of me now." So basically, one thing I joke with Spider Keith, because he's the one that told me that story, is that we have a bunch of these philosophy LARPing fucking geeks. Okay, these guys that are trying to play this metaphysical mind fuck game, man. You know what I mean? These are our business leaders.
Yeah.
These fucking geeks. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna fly a guy out from Seattle to Seattle just because I can, and then do this weird mind fuck 2-year metaphor story of some kind of allegory about an octopus and a fucking acquisition that I did. Do you know what I mean? Like this is who's running our society.
Yeah.
These fucking geeks.
Yeah.
Like this is what we're dealing with, dude.
Yeah. People who are like so disconnected from the average life experience that they don't even understand the average life experience. Like Trump. Trump is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Fucking that guy has never ever had to live like you or I or anybody who might be watching this at some point. Like he's never had to fucking worry about, oh, how am I going to fucking pay my bill this month? You know, How am I gonna? Well, oh shit! I need food, so I need to go to the grocery store and get a car full. No, he doesn't fucking go to the grocery store. He's probably never. He's probably. I doubt he's ever even been in a grocery store.
No,
because
he eats KFC the whole fucking time. Like, he eats his Taco Bell and KFC.
he puts ketchup on his steak.
And well done.
Yeah, it's like Donald Trump needs to write a book. How to ruin a steak.
Yeah. Put his name on it.
Well, fucking
For one.
yeah. All right, but yeah, like fucking. I like the outside of my steak to be nice and charred up, but the inside of it's still got to be juicy. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm a medium rare guy. Just give me one notch just below the medium line.
I'm like a medium well.
Medium well.
I like it to be. If it's like this, if the steak's like that thick, I want it to be like gray, pink, gray. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that, like, because like I've had fucking. I've ordered steak just medium before, and then fucking gotten it where it's just like seared on the outside and still like completely uncooked in the fucking whole fucking inside of it. And it's just like, I just might as well just fucking gnaw on a cow.
Right. Well, the trick is
Come here, Bessie.
The trick is as you're cooking the meat, is you watch the blood come out, and as you just gauge like how much blood do I let come out, and that's how rare it's going to be. That's the real trick. So if you sit there and if you let a lot of blood come out, then it's going to be more on the well. You know what I mean? And if you get to it where you just start to see the blood coming, then that's like well rare. You know what I mean? Like, or very rare or some shit. I can't do rare food anyway. I gotta have something to it. But here's the thing. What's the appeal? Like, how does he have that charisma to basically con dudes who, swing a wrench for a living and will have a much more harder existence if we were to, or human experience if we were to look at it in terms of luxuries? Like, what is it that because like I said this to my father, like real fast. I said to my dad, I'm like, Dad, look, you know what type of dude this guy is. You've seen him walk into your jobs before. He talks shit, focuses more on peacocking, talks about everything other than the job, barely does the job himself, always crying, always complaining, and he sucks. Like, you've seen these fucking jokers in your job before. So you mean to tell me if Donald Trump walked into your fucking job, you'd hire him?
See, what Trump has going for him, and this is the only thing he's got going for him, is he's a marketing guy. He knows how to stroke people's egos. And he's found enough people to, like, he like, I mean, the guy contradicts himself all the fucking time. It's because he's stroking different people's egos. And alt-right people, the conservatives, the Christian conservatives, and fucking, he tells all of them exactly what they want to hear, and they because they think he's their guy. It doesn't. I don't believe you that he contradicted himself. Oh, well, that's probably taken out of context. So I don't. It's like, no, dude. Like, the guy fucking, like, you fucking campaigned on. We're gonna legalize marijuana, and now fucking, what's he do? He appoints Jeff Sessions, who's gonna fucking ramp up the drug war. Yeah, that was one of his promises during the campaign.
No shit.
He was gonna fucking legalize pot.
No bullshit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I remember him talking about how medical marijuana and shit should be legalized and blah, 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 blah. And then fucking now he's appointed Jeff Sessions, and Jeff Sessions is all, let's ramp up the drug war again. And fucking it's like, dude, the drug war doesn't work. All the drug war does is fucking drive people to the fucking black market, because people who smoke pot don't smoke it because they're addicts. They smoke pot because they want to smoke pot so they can put up with your fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, but I think then also too, like they're I think in that conversation, like, I mean, I'm for legalizing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's fucking.
but I think what has to happen in that conversation too is that, okay, there are folks that want to, just like the guy that comes home and has a beer after work,
Yeah.
work. Okay, but then there's a guy that comes home and has a 6-pack, and then there's a guy that comes home and has a 12-pack. Okay, I think there's a lot of other issues. There's definitely has to be the addressing of, okay, why do we consume these substances? What is our reasoning for the substance, for consuming them? What is our motivation for it? What is our expectation of the end game at the end of the consumption process and the intoxication process? Oh, hey, what's up, Riley? Sessions said good people don't smoke pot. Well, yeah, and then he said the same thing about the K. Oh, what about the KKK? They smoke pot, and or something like that.
Yeah. Fucking.
But yeah, I mean, those are things and questions and so forth and so on that got to get addressed. And I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have some smart people on fucking TV talking about this shit, but it's also something we got to do in society. I mean, dude, okay, you go to a bar, shot. It's look at how we consume alcohol in this country.
Yeah.
How much can you fucking drink? Which is not good.
Yeah.
And again, there's that bigger point of just the mass consumption, just the overeating, the gluttony that's in our fucking wiring right now. Like where it's been. I'm guilty of it. Look, I'm fucking guilty too. Like I'm not going to try and sit there and pass judgments. I'm not great with separating fucking trash. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I let fucking plastic slip into the regular fucking trash and shit like that. Like sometimes I'll, like I got to watch my consumer choices at times. It's like, okay, you know what? And instead of buying the prepackaged fucking veggies, like buy actual fucking vegetables.
Yeah.
The shit we saw, the literal shit that we saw earlier with the bidets.
Yeah.
And versus toilet paper. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's something there. You know what I mean? I don't know, dude. It's those are so many of the things that we got to, because it's one thing to sit there and be like, okay, well, look, we're not going to lock you up for fucking smoking weed. You know what I mean? We're not going to do that to you anymore. But we do need to look at, why do people want to smoke? Is it for a good reason or a bad reason? That's what it is. It's not wrong that you do, but what is your reasonings for?
Yes, you're right there, Riley. Healthy food is definitely more expensive than processed food.
Do you think, because you're a big science brain, do you think we got the tech that could actually just make that a null and void argument at this point if we implemented it?
Make what? Null.
That healthier food, the healthy, more real food over processed. Like, are we technologically at that point we could do it? Like we could or go hardcore organic with it for everybody. The struggle is real. Yeah, personal freedom struggle is real.
Well, I don't see why we can't. Like processed food mostly comes from your fast food places and blah blah blah. And like with the fucking here's a interesting point, a little callback. The reason the fucking Shake Shack is so expensive is because it's not processed food. It's not like fucking McDonald's where they have a fucking machine that stamps out fucking millions of patties. No, like Shake Shack, they fucking have their meat and then they fucking, wad up a patty. Actually what they do is they take a fucking like ball of meat and then they fucking just press it down with the fucking spatula. And
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but it's like,
that's actually cool. I mean, so it's definitely not frozen.
I'm very familiar with the Venus Project.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's
resource-based economy. Yeah.
It's because the way we've fucking set up ourselves in this society is everything's. I don't have time for fucking, of an actual meal. I need something I can fucking eat now and just go. So I need this fucking, plastic fucking hamburger from fucking McDonald's so that I could fucking get it. It takes 2 minutes to cook the fucking thing. And
less
fucking,
than that, man.
Yeah.
It's like 30 seconds in the microwave thingy or whatever that weird conveyor microwave thingy they have, and it's like, dude, there, you know what? There is an absolute difference. I mean, it is a night and day thing. The other day, we have a little mini Weber hibachi charcoal grill at our place, and I had some burgers on there. Eric, his daughter, and myself, and we had some burgers and hot dogs. Noticeable difference. Massively noticeable. Now, granted, we use frozen patties, like already foreign frozen patty Johns.
Yeah.
But even then, still a massive noticeable difference.
From like a McDonald's.
From when I went and 2 weeks ago had them 2 cheeseburgers from McDonald's before I went to Kung Fu Necktie to check out a show. Huge difference, dude.
Yeah.
Noticeable difference. Now I only can imagine if I were able to go and actually get my own ground beef and press my own burgers out. You know what I mean? And so forth. But it's. But that also reminds me of what you're saying with everyone's schedule. It's the old Brian Regan joke of like, how there's Pop-Tarts, you throw them in the toaster and it's like 30 seconds, but they actually have instructions for a Pop-Tart for the microwave. Like, what the fuck is wrong with your life that you need a Pop-Tart in less than 6 fucking seconds?
Yeah.
Like, it literally says microwave for 6 seconds. Like, you can't wait 30 seconds for a fucking toaster,
I try
dude?
not to microwave anything. That's my personal philosophy. If you have to put it in a microwave, it's probably not worth eating. Like, if it even has microwave instructions, it might not be worth eating. Because, like...
It's amazing we still have those things, though.
Because when they have fucking microwave instructions, that means it was also prepared so that it can be cooked in the microwave. Because, like, with bread, unless it's, like, specifically designed, like, if it's, like, a product with bread in it, like, you take a regular piece of bread, throw it in the microwave, and it's going to be fucking soggy, mushy fucking crap. But, like, you get these fucking Jimmy Dean sausage sandwiches or whatever, and they got the bread on them, and you're still... Yeah, that fucking bread is fucking got... It's specially formulated to work in the fucking microwave.
That's a good point. I didn't...
Like, yeah, like...
you know what? I've noticed on breakfast biscuits, like...
For me, a microwave is for... I have some leftovers from last night. I want to warm them up quickly. It would be a pain in the ass to fucking,
do the oven
to do the oven thing.
Yeah.
And fucking dry like if I have a half a meatball sandwich left or something, I'll take the meatballs out of the sandwich, put those in the fucking microwave, and then fucking put them back on the roll. But like microwaves are it's the problem with society is everything's set up so that you're busy, you have no time for anything but fucking that's what people like look at you work fucking 2 jobs, what, 6 days a week?
Yeah, 6 days, 7.5 to 9.5 hours a day, depending on what's up with the job. But then there's my, at least, I'd say it's only a 40-minute commute total, 20 up, 20 back.
Yeah,
but like, that's not bad.
And you couldn't even afford like a proper fucking, like, you couldn't afford to eat 3 meals a day and have a fucking roof over your head and fucking have dental insurance and fucking, yeah. That's the problem with society is we get worked more and we get less out of it. Dude, and fucking people are so busy that they don't have time to fucking even think or fucking care about it.
Bro, what was the numbers I gave at the beginning of the show? 50% of U.S. workers, $30,000 or less. Okay.
Yeah.
Average wage earner is $22,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's the average across the board. That means even the people that are up in the over 50, in the 50% that are over 30K, that's factoring them in.
Yeah.
To the majority, to a lot of us that are under 30K, and it balances at the median came in at 22K.
Yeah, we get worked more, paid less.
What was the average cost of living for a sink? A guy like me, single income, no kid, $28,000 a year. That's a $6,000.
Yeah, and that's the bare minimum. That's just
Not even a car.
Yeah, it's not that's not adding vacation or anything.
You know what I mean? Like dude, it's okay.
People need to realize that we're being fucked.
And that's the thing is, where does that $6,000?
People wonder why I'm reluctant to actually get a job. It's like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it
fucking when my dad was my age, he could fucking work one job full time, afford to have 4 kids, like $250 worth of groceries every week. Fucking
and $250 in groceries back then. That's a lot of fucking groceries, dude.
Yeah.
That is a drop the back seat of the station wagon and fill it all the way the fuck up in the cargo area. $250. It sounds like a lot like today. Because look, dude, I'll go to a store and I'll easily drop $60, $70 on almost just a week and a half for me.
Yeah.
Because of the inflation and how prices move. Yeah. $250 back in the fucking 80s, dog. Like $250 for 6 people. That's a lot of fucking food, dude. That is a lot of food.
Like, it was, I
bet none of it went to
house, medical insurance, dental insurance, fucking. My dad had a van. He had a wagon. So he had 2 cars, 4 kids. Got groceries. Got all this, and all
clothes
that was
for school.
All that
every
was
year?
on one
income.
One income, and now people can't even afford that on 2 incomes.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. We're getting fucking shafted, and everybody's so fucking busy that they don't have time to think, hey, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on? Like, I'm working more, and I'm getting less out of it. I'm working 2 jobs.
I think I'm going to call for it. I think I'm calling for it right now. I think I'm going to call for it.
Call for... Call away.
I'm calling for it. Occupy Hamptons.
Just go fucking
occupy
camp and
occupy the
fucking
occupy the fucking Hamptons. What did Dr. Mark Blythe? Oh, I haven't shown you Mark Blythe videos yet. What did Dr. Mark Blythe say? Dr. Mark Blythe said the Hamptons is not a defensible position. It's a peninsula. They would be stuck on this peninsula. Where are they going to go? They got to go to the mainland. We would be coming from the mainland. You're surrounded.
Well, they're rich, so they just call in a helicopter.
But still, you know what I mean? Occupy the Hamptons, dude. Because they're not listening. They're obviously not listening.
Well, we outnumber them. Like, if enough of us fucking people just said, all right, we're fucking done with this bullshit. We're done with it. You fucking rich people are going to fucking either going to spend money or we're going to fucking redistribute wealth. Because we're fucking not going to starve and fucking be slaves so that you can fucking not work.
Either feed us or we eat you.
Yeah,
it's you either feed us or we eat you. Okay, because here's like you're saying, dude. There's with all these things that we discussed and all the great stuff you pointed out. Like it can't keep going on like this.
Yeah, just a fucking.
It's insanity to think it would.
Yeah, it's such a shame that fucking so many people are just so fucking wrapped up in the fucking bullshit and fucking so busy that they don't have time to fucking think about. Hey, wait a minute.
Or get together with their neighbors.
I'm fucking working 60, 70, 80 hours a fucking week, and I can't even afford to fucking have my own house, cars, fucking kids, and food, and health insurance, and fucking go on vacation once a year. Like, fucking, how hard is that to ask? To be able to go on an actual fucking vacation once a year? Fucking people in Europe, they fucking go on vacation like once a year at least. Well, some countries fucking
months
people
at a
get
time.
paid. Some people get paid enough money that they'll fucking like take a whole month off and go fucking.
They're
traveling.
They're like required by law to have a monthly sabbatical. Like you're supposed to take a month off, like because they understand. At least the other nations, as far in the industrialized world, they kind of understand that, like there's more to this than just numbers on a fucking screen.
Yeah, there's more to life than just work. And if all you do is work, you're just a fucking piece of machinery.
Right, well, and then that's why I think, that's why you look at alcoholism and drug addiction and sex addiction
right.
and
it's because people fucking
internet addiction.
They need something to get. It's escapism. They're trying to get away from the fucking machine. Like,
yeah. And can you blame them? Can you fucking blame them?
I want to where's my mouse cursor? There it is. I'm gonna find this video because I think this is poignant.
But I think, dude, Occupy Wall Street was a great idea. You know, it's a shame that it just fizzled out. But the concept of like going right to Wall Street and going right to them and doing it. Now, here's the thing. All those hedge fund managers that live in that's why I'm saying the Hamptons, because it's where all the hedge fund managers and the CEOs live, right? So, yeah, you could take over Wall Street and prevent them from getting to the job, but we know they could just work from home. Okay. So why not go, and they don't have to go in. They're like, fuck it. I got enough vacation time earned up. I'm the CEO of the fucking company. I don't have to go to the office today on Wall Street. Then guess what? We're coming to you. Okay? We're coming to you. Oh, yeah. Fucking Mario Savio, dude. Mario was the man. Mario was the man.
Let's get some sound here. This is something that a lot of people need to hear.
So here we are. 4 students are getting the axe. 6 organizations are getting the axe for standing up this semester and for fighting for these things. They're getting the axe not for what they did, but for what we have done. They spoke for us. They were part of us.
He's coming up.
They have been singled out, and they're going to be chopped off.
We were told the following. If President Kerr actually tried to get something more liberal out of the
last
regions
part of
in
this
his
speech.
telephone conversations, why didn't he make some public statement to that effect? And the answer we received from a well-meaning liberal was the following. He said, would you ever imagine the manager of a firm making a statement publicly in opposition to his board of directors? That's the answer. Well, I ask you to consider, if this is a firm, and if the Board of Regents are the Board of Directors, and if President Kerr, in fact, is the manager, then I tell you something, the faculty are a bunch of employees, and we're the raw materials. But we're a bunch of raw materials that don't mean to have any process upon us, don't mean to be made into any product, don't mean to end up being bought by some clients of the university, be they the government, be they industry, be they organized labor, be they anyone. We're human beings.
This part.
The time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
We need to we the fucking people at the bottom are the ones that fucking make everything happen.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Rich people wouldn't have their fucking food if it wasn't for the guy out in the fucking field fucking picking the fucking goddamn fucking corn.
I don't know, Vern. I don't know. Kind of sounds like Karl Marx was right. If you think about it, he was right.
Well, see,
not so much the Communist Manifesto shit on his first book, Das Kapital, on capital. He was like, yeah, rich people, you won't have what you have if it wasn't for the workers.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, fucking like Donald Trump. Donald Trump has fucking the money he has by stepping on the backs of everybody below him. Like he fucks
and he
people
got that
over.
from his father, who went and stepped on the backs of everyone fucking below him.
So he's got one foot on his dad's back and then the other foot on fucking everybody who fucking works underneath of him or works with his company. Like, I remember when I was fucking looking up shit about him during the campaign, like fucking, he fucking like his company will hire a small, like there was the one example, I think it was even Mar-a-Lago. The fucking, they hired a small architectural firm to do the fucking, dining room
Okay.
at fucking Mar-a-Lago. And they, promised this, hey, we're going to pay you this much. We're going to pay you a fucking, this sizable fee for doing this dining room. And then fucking then they fucking sent this fucking check that was like 30% of what they promised this architectural firm. And they said, here's what we're paying you for that dining room. And the guy was like, No, that's not what we agreed
So
to.
we'll say he said $1 million to design this dining room for you. So he's basically sent him a check for $330,000.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And then
Or 30,000, whatever. We'll just say 30,000.
I think it was actually like, I don't know. I forgot the percentage. I think it was like less than 20% that they actually offered to pay. And then the guy was like, "Dude, I have all this money wrapped up in fucking having done this fucking room. I need that money. I need that money you promised me." And they were like, "Look, this is what you're getting." And Trump's organization's lawyers were like, "Look, this is what you're getting." And I mean, you could sue us.
But good luck.
We're going to fucking make this if you try and sue us, we're going to make it so drawn out and so long that it'll cost you so much money that you'll go out of business. You won't be able to afford it.
This is the president of the United States.
Yeah, this is our president.
This is our president.
And so the guy was like, I had to eat the loss because if I didn't, my business would have caved. And at least with that, I could have kept the fucking lights on for a little while longer while we found some more work. And it's like there's tons of companies out there that he's done this to. There's companies that don't even exist anymore because they did business with Trump. He fucking just fucked them over.
So he's more of a job killer than a creator.
Yeah, he's a business monster. He's just such a
succubus, a vampire.
Yeah, he's the vampire of the business world.
A Nosferatu.
Yeah, he just fucking.
Well, that's why he wasn't getting any loans in the late 80s, early 90s because and it was so funny too. If you remember from hypernormalization, you know what I mean. Like, why did the banks? You know, he went to the city of New York because he bought some of them shitty. Oh yeah, good shit. Yeah, they have strong unions in those nations. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. In Germany and all them places, they do. I mean, and actually, I'll get to this rant in a second here. But back with Trump, I mean, if you remember from the hypernormalization film, like, you know, he went in. It's always about a grift and a con on somebody the fuck else, dude. What did he do to the city of New York? And it was like, hey, give me a fucking tax break. I'll turn your city around. I'll help you out. Give me a fucking tax break. So the city had to take the deal because they were so desperate.
Yeah,
like their pants were down below their fucking ankles. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So the banks then started lending this guy money, and then after a decade or so goes by, 15, 20, almost 15, 20 years, he turns out to be a piece of shit. The same shit that the banks freaked out over in New York on Donald fucking of not being able to pay back the loans. Donald fucking Trump started doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
you know, so. These business owners, it's like, oh, he went to Wharton, very prestigious. They're really fucking dumb people. Like,
yeah,
seriously. Like, you saw a guy, like, anyways. So the thing is, this dude wasn't getting this fucking bank money because any loans from the banks because they know that he fucks people over.
Yeah.
So this is where it's getting back into the Robert Mueller fucking special investigation thing, dude. They're saying, and there's a very strong case that the money came from fucking Russians, dude. Like, he was getting his
Russian
mafia money to float that was loaning him the cash and floating him and giving him his capital to his start.
Hello, Mr. Trump. We understand your business is having a little bit of trouble. We have some money we need to make not dirty anymore. So we will loan you the money. Do your thing. You'll pay us back later.
The best money laundering, the best machines. No one launders money better than me. You should see Consuelo down in the dungeon. She knows how to launder.
Comes back with a nice spring scent.
But this thing is on the economics shit real fast. Like, I think I said earlier, it's just like, that's why, like, the right wing shit, like, you know, with the trade unions, because Riley just mentioned it. Like, dude, they've been completely neutered since fucking Ronald Reagan.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I say, like,
Ronald Reagan.
Hello, mommy. But more or less, no conservative can sit there and criticize. I personally feel no conservative can right now can criticize any democratic socialist, any democratic Marxist, even an anarchist socialist. Okay, like, I don't think they can criticize any of them because it's been nothing but conservative economic policy since fucking 1975. We're in this mess because of conservative economics.
Yeah.
Okay, even the quote unquote neoliberal stuff, it's a liberal who went with conservative economics. It still comes back to Milton Friedman.
Yeah.
Okay, it still comes back to his garbage free market shit. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
You know, and they always keep saying, well, socialism, oh my God, socialism's working out real well. Yeah, actually kind of was okay in Chile until the CIA fucking went in there and fucked it up. I mean, it was kind of working pretty good in this country from 1932 until about, when did the old man die? 1944-ish or 5-ish or whatever? Yeah, no, because he did get a fourth term. Everything was, democratic socialism was working pretty well from 1932 to 1945. Okay, and then even the version that was there from 46 until 75, it worked pretty fucking good. It was working pretty good.
What I always find funny about fucking these conservatives is like, they're like, oh, socialism, communism, oh, that shit doesn't work, blah, 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 blah. It's like, hey, what's your favorite sci-fi? Star Trek. It's like, dude,
You fucking dummy.
it's like, dude. All right, yeah, Star Trek's got that society's got its shit together. And it's like, yeah, because they fucking took the corporate fucking profits and fucking said, fuck you, corporations. You're going to fucking operate to the benefit of everyone, or you're not going to exist.
But is there still like currency in Star Trek? It's just,
In the United Federation of Planets, there's no currency.
okay, so it's a resource-based economy.
Yeah.
All resource-based.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only time
Venus Project. It's basically Venus Project.
Yeah, the only time you see them use money in Star Trek is when they're dealing with the Ferengi Alliance, or like they do trades. Like it's like,
We, the Ferengi, will gladly give you all this food in exchange for these things you call credits.
oh,
Okay.
no, the Ferengi want gold pressed latinum, but
Latinum?
yes, latinum. It's something they made up for the show, because gold could be replicated, so gold lost all its value because you could just go to a replicator and just be like, hey, I want fucking 20 pounds of gold.
So wait, does the Dothraki know this or no?
Huh?
Or the Ferengi know this or no?
Oh yeah, the Ferengi know that you can replicate. That's why they wanted latinum. Latinum can't be replicated.
Okay.
But like, yeah, when if the Star Trek, if the United Federation of Planets does business with fucking the Klingon Empire, they have to like trade something for something. It's not like they can go, hey, well, we'll give you this money for that. No, it's
They want physical items.
okay. We want this stuff from you, so we will offer you 13 industrial replicators, so that you can.
So the Klingons are also resource based.
No, the Klingons have their own system, but like that's like what the United Federation planets would do. Like, let's say that like the Cardassians. The Cardassians aren't part of the United Federation of Planets. So let's say that the United Federation of Planets wanted some like piece of technology that the Cardassians came up with. They would say, hey, look, we can't give you money because we don't have money, because money doesn't exist in our society, but we'll give you, these industrial replicators for that, or we'll give you,
Straight up resource bartering.
Yeah, we'll give you this technology for that technology, and because it's a good deal for the Federation, because they get a few of them from you, and then they could fucking scan them and fucking just replicate as many of them as they want afterwards, because that's why their replicator technology is so fucking valuable in the Star Trek universe, because it's like well, if we get one of those Federation replication machines, we could fucking
solve all of our problems.
Yeah,
basically.
We need this resource, but we're running out of this resource. But without replicator, we could fucking take water and fucking turn it into that.
Now the question is the way the I want to be real quick because I gotta get going soon. Does it have to take from something to create something?
Well, it takes energy. to create it. But like,
But could it be
what you can do, like if you've ever noticed, like when like there are scenes mainly in like Deep
TNG
Space Nine
or TNG?
Like there's a scene with the O'Briens in Deep Space Nine. They're eating dinner, and when they're done, they put their plate back in the replicator, and it demolecularizes it and uses those atoms and protons and neutrons and shit to make something else later.
So like recycle in a sense.
Yeah, you're recycling at the atomic level.
Okay.
So you could put like a fucking cup of water in there, demolecularize it, and then use that water to make yourself a fucking stack of gold coins. It's because it's ripping it apart, ripping the protons out, ripping the neutrons out,
And then just
the nuclei, and then it completely disassembles it on a fucking atomic scale.
But could there be a point where there's not enough shit left on an atomic scale where it won't work? I know that's like impossible.
Well, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. So
Okay.
The amount of matter in the universe is constant.
Okay. So in essence, it would never, in essence, run out of matter. Because
yeah, as long as you have matter for, well, I mean, you can. I mean, as long as there's something
locally, it would happen. It would be locally. Like you would run out of quote unquote matter locally. Well, no, not even still, because
no, because I mean, you could take some of the air out of the room and turn that into the food, or gold,
right,
or whatever. Because everything is made of the same exact stuff. I'm made of the same exact material as this chair, and the house that I'm in, and the microphone I'm talking into,
and my hair.
Like,
and my shirt.
That's what's crazy about the whole universe, and all of it is just made up of energy. Like none of this is all just energy. That's why I always find the whole idea that the entire universe could just be a holographic simulation is interesting. It's because we'd never know. E equals MC squared. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, oh my god.
But yeah, like it's funny.
No,
like
E equals N probably stands for end me. Like, why am I listening to this?
But it's funny. Like, there's so many conservatives that like Star Trek, and they don't even realize that society is
one world
everything
government.
they're not.
Yeah, it's one world government. It's infinite combinations, infinite diversity.
It's multi-planet government.
But as far as Earth would be concerned, it's a one world government on Earth. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, but I mean, it's the government of Earth, but it's also the government of other planets,
right?
Who've joined our fucking, like the Vulcans are part of the United Federation of Planets. And they had space travel before we did in that universe, so it's like they understood, like, okay, these humans, like.
We better not fuck with them. They're kind of
yeah, they're crazy. Okay, so they had a ship that had 2 nacelles on it, and they wanted it to go faster, so they threw another fucking warp core in with a 3rd nacelle. It's just brute force fucking. We want to go faster, so add another engine. Yeah. Like, it's not make a better engine; it's add another one. Like,
yo, these fucking Terraria hillbillies.
Yes, these humans, they're quite primitive, but they get shit done.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually a square peg will take the shape of a round hole, but Jesus Christ.
If you hit it with a hammer
hard enough
times, shit will go in the hole eventually.
Yeah, I mean, it does make a mess, but I mean, you gotta give them credit. They did fucking the tenacity of smashing that fucking peg through a round hole. I mean,
yeah. Like, I mean, but yeah, I just find it funny because, like, eventually we either have to go with a Star Trek style society, or we have to go to totalitarianism and fucking make everyone work. You're gonna have to at some point, and you're gonna have to fucking limit technological growth to keep people working, because we could automate so many fucking jobs right now. And, but the problem is we as a society have this idea in our head that there has to be money, It doesn't matter that fucking money is a concept from so long ago.
That's what bothers me, because I'm sick and tired of hearing shit when guys in that libertarian crowd and they talk about natural law and human behavior, and then there's that whole Locke versus Hobbes fucking argument, you know, the whole war of all against all and all that BS. But the thing is what I don't understand is I was losing my train of thought here with it. Like yeah, like they I sit there and they when they try to sit there and make it sound like markets are natural, and it's like, no, dolphins don't have a fucking stock exchange.
Yeah.
You know, markets are not a naturally occurring thing.
No, it's a human creation.
It's a human creation, and also too, when they say, oh well, if there's no free market, no capitalism, there's no scientific advancement. Do you think that the caveman who developed the first campfire did it because he wanted to find out that did it so he could get a
Me can't make fire because me no have money.
like, no.
Me won't make fire unless good IPO.
You know what I mean? Like, are you serious right now? You know what I mean?
Me need money to develop better club to beat animal with.
No, like they're not. We need a United Federation of Planet Society. We have the Empire Society.
Yeah, we're closer to the Klingon Empire than we are to
Yeah.
to fucking United Federation of Planets. But it's like, no, like if you remove money from this situation, science is going to fucking skyrocket because,
Oh yeah.
oh, well, we need to fucking make this fucking space probe to fucking blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, there's no fucking limit. Oh, we have the resources to make the fucking rocket? Yeah, we have the resources. Okay, do we have the fucking resources to make the probe? Okay, we do? Yes. Let's build the fucking thing and launch the motherfucker
Let's
so
go.
we can fucking
Right.
go explore that
Well,
fucking...
And
know.
here's another aspect too is that, like, I mean, the advances that happened amongst in the late Middle Ages into the beginning of the Renaissance periods and so forth, and then with the age exploration and whatnot, like,
Yeah.
I mean, we know Columbus came to the United States because of money. He came here because they wanted gold with money. Okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other advances that happened prior to Columbus, like, they were dominated, tightly held, feudal marketplaces, and yet there was still advancement. We still had advancement in philosophy. We still had advancement in other scientific fields.
That's because people back then still thought, okay, well, I can
I know
advance this philosophy because I'm a philosopher and I sit here and that's what I do and fucking,
And I guess survival.
I do my job. I do a job to make money on the side, but fucking I use that to fund me living and fucking sitting here philosophizing about shit when I'm not working.
Kind of like what we do, Patreon.
Yeah, we need to set up a Patreon.
Well, we got to watch with our tax IDs because I don't want your social security number to go on just yours or just mine, because then we have to deal with the tax individually. Whereas, maybe looking into just a cheap LLC or something like that.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. But
yeah, but that's the that's it. Like, and also too, like, I don't think, like, even if you were to sit there and fully 100% automate, or not even 100% automate, let's just even say 80%, where there's still 20% of people that are going to have to work some form of a job, be it maintaining the machines or maybe even still driving, if we don't have the self-driving shit by then and so forth and so on. But honestly, if we're at 80%, why wouldn't we have self-driving cars, honestly, in vehicles at that point?
well, if you take money out of the way, there's nothing slowing down that fucking research either.
It's kind of messed up to think, though, that there really is, at least just go with the statistic. What was it? It was like 8 people own more than the bottom 3 billion or something like that of people on this planet.
Yeah, there's I don't know what the exact thing was, but there's a fucking ridiculous fucking
where 8 people own more than
ridiculous
billions.
Disproportion of fucking wealth.
And the thing is that like
there are entire countries that are starving that like could fucking completely revolutionize their country with the fucking wealth of just one fucking person.
Dude, there's CEOs that would technically, if we were to sit there and apply their money into some form of a gross domestic product number, okay, into a GDP number, even though they don't really fucking work, Okay,
Yeah.
but let's just say that their money is a part of them in some weird Doc Ock tentacle fucking thing. Okay, there's CEOs that have higher quote unquote, in a sense, higher asset or value of a GDP that you could translate to a GDP than some fucking nations in Africa.
Yeah, it's fucking absurd.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm saying
Probably most nations in Africa.
Yeah, but and that's why I'm saying occupy the fucking Hamptons.
Yeah, like fucking.
I'm like, dude, I'm kind of dead serious with this. Like, I'm dead serious at like starting a hashtag and trying to maybe not this week, maybe next week. I work a monologue out and we just do it on the show or something. But like, this something needs to fucking happen, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
people need to stand up and fucking say enough.
And it's
I work more than I should. When I see my boss more than I see my kids, there's a fucking problem.
yeah.
Like, seriously, if you see your boss more than you see your kids, that should tell you that fucking there's something wrong with society. Because fucking family, like, I come from a dysfunctional family, but I still think family is more important than fucking.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, you guys got your, and same with my family. Like, you know, parents still together, your folks still together. We've got our the ruling class have created artificial disparity by hoarding the most resources and forcing the rest of humanity to compete for the crumbs. Well, yeah, and now here's the scary part is that they're trying to squeeze us for the fucking crumbs.
Yeah,
that's what makes this, you know, really, really scary.
Yeah, it's like that one cartoon I saw. It was a fucking rich guy sitting there with a pile of cookies, and there's one on a plate, and he's like, "Hey, that guy's trying to take your cookie." It's like, dude, you have all the cookies, and you've probably taken them from that guy.
Right? Exactly. The where was I saying a second ago before I got distracted? No, the family thing. Like, yeah, okay, I wouldn't say you guys are dysfunctional. Quirks. You guys got your quirks. My family has its quirks. We've had them over the years. We had, you know, blow ups and there's fights here and there. But other than that, we're still pretty much a unit. You guys are, for the most part, still a unit to a certain extent. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know, one of the parents left and abandoned you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're not a nuclear family, that's for sure.
Right. Well, neither are we anymore. I mean, I got people in Florida and people in California. Like, we're totally split. Like, I have geography separating me from my immediate fam. You know, I got the extended in the area, but even then, the extended is like out on the West Coast. Some here on the East Coast. Some of them went down to Florida. You know what I mean? Like, we've been spreading out a lot. But but yeah, from what you said there is that, like, I do see that as, like, you know, everyone will be like, oh, you'll see the conservative commentators like, you know, cook a meal for your kid and spend time with them and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, real easier said than fucking done when all you have to do to make your money is go on a fucking camera in front of YouTube and talk shit for a couple hours. Try sitting there and slugging it out on a fucking grill or underneath a car changing a transmission or fucking as a landscaper or any one of these other fucking jobs that used to make a lot of money but barely make under 30 fucking grand a year now. Real fucking easy, Adam Carolla, when you are a fucking millionaire to sit there and have all the fucking Disney dad moments with your fucking kids. Real fucking easy. Yeah, real easy.
Yeah. Your life is a real representative of everybody else's when you have a collection of fucking Porsches.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, dude, if you have a car collection, you can't really talk down to people who fucking.
Well, maybe you should, you know, just go out to school and better yourself.
Okay, so on top of trying to raise my
Adam Carolla.
So on top of trying to raise your kid, your fucking kid and work your full-time job and go to fucking school. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, on top of all these things that is life, you know, and to sit there and make it trying to and sound like that there's parents not out there making these sacrifices. It's fucking ridiculous to me. You know, because first off, the parent, if we're going to look at it from such a sickening individualistic fucking perspective, the parent, the one, okay, they've already, you know, if they're a great parent, and I do believe there's a lot of great parents out there. I really do. If the great parents, they already know, well, whatever I wanted to do, push the stop button. Whatever I wanted to do for me as the individual,
My individualism. My individualism. Okay? My money. Okay, my whatever I want. It's done. It's him or her now. It's the kid. It's now about them. It's not about me trying to do a band or me trying. If I were to sit there and have a kid, bye music. Unfortunately, bye this to a certain extent. Okay, because it's especially if I'm looking at it from the financial situation that I'm in at right now. Okay, my taxes last year, my W-2 on the books was fucking 16.8. What was the sync number? 28K. What was the single with a kid? 52. How the fuck am I going to sit there and make up that $8,000 difference unless I go and get yet another job and try and raise my kid?
Yeah. Like,
but it's real easy when you're Adam Carolla and you just rode Joe Rogan's coattails and you just basically go and sound nasally and just speak in generalizations.
I'm still spending money I made from the Man Show.
And maybe you don't go and get the other Porsche.
This fucking cunt, dude. That fucking cunt. All right, I gotta fly.
all right. Well,
Great job as always, brother.
indeed.
Great job as always.
And
Mario,
that was
thank you for
ADD TV for the day.
Yeah, but you definitely appreciate bringing the Mario Savio into the mix.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, fucking. Let's change society, people. Let's fucking
Occupy Hamptons.
occupy one job. If you can't live a fucking
Oh yeah.
if you can't live off of one fucking job, then there's something wrong with society. So
Joe, as Jesse Ventura said, it doesn't matter if you wash dishes or you shine shoes. You work 40 hours a week, you should be able to fucking afford to live in the goddamn United States of fucking America on your own without having to take up a room at your friend's house
and without going into the fucking red.
And I'll even admit this about myself. I am living, quote unquote, like a bitch. I'm living like a bitch because none of the bills are in my name. I don't have my own lease. It's not my own place. I'm sharing it. A room that someone else owns the building or owns the house.
Yeah.
Okay, we're friends, we're roommates, we're boys. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm quote unquote living like a bitch, and there's a lot of us out there that are doing it. If this was the 50s and 60s, then yeah, you could sit there and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Okay, but you can't say that now. You can't say that now. I'll say the numbers one more time. 50% under $30,000 a year, $22,000 average income for everybody, $28,000 single income no kid, $52,000 single income with a kid, and the CEOs $300,000 a week.
Yeah,
average 25. The average yearly is 25 million.
it's fucking absurd.
But fuck us, right?
Yeah, like I won't even make 25 million in my lifetime.
My whole family won't even amass that. Starting with my grandfather, who we buried in April, and his in that line all the way down. There's no fucking way my entire family is going to even earn that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, so next week we'll be back to complain more about the world.
Yeah, more complaining next week.
So. All right, Riley, thanks for stopping in, and tell your friends about us, man, because we like spitting this fucking science all the goddamn time. And,
spread the word for us, Riley.
And hopefully we can somewhat make it entertaining and maybe help people formulate ideas. So when you do have to battle other fucking idiots online, like you have some quote unquote talking points, just ways to be like, dude, what are you talking about? Because those numbers right there that I keep saying, the 50%, the 28K, the 22K, but dude, I just repeat them over and over and over again. And conservative types are just like, free market. I'm like, yeah, it's not working.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Yeah.
So, all right, kids.
All right.
Fire that shit up, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking smoke crack and worship Satan.
You.
Get the little James Hetfield in there.
You. Yeah.
Thanks, Riley.
Thanks, Ryan. Slacker Americana on Facebook, Slacker American Twitter. Who gives a fuck about Instagram at this
Fuck Instagram.
We haven't done shit with Instagram, dude.
Yeah, there's the addresses, people.
Yep. So come by, visit us. Also, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and ring the bell so you know exactly what we're doing when we're doing. Check out Riley's page on Facebook. She's Women for Bernie Sanders. I believe I said that right. It's Women for Bernie. She has another one too, but I forget it at the current moment. Maybe the delay will catch up and she'll correct me in a second. But she's pretty active over there on the Women for Bernie page as well as the Bernie Crats group. There's some decent stuff over there, but then some stuff I just go like this. I'm just like, guys, what are you doing? Chill the fuck out. Focus on economics. That's gonna win the day. Economics. Seriously. just sound like a fucking numbers geek, and you win every single time. Every single time. So,
All
right, Vern. Excellent job as always, brother.
Likewise.
I was all right. I give you definitely an A. I'm coming in about C minus. I'm definitely C minus. So, all right. I gotta go run and catch a bus, and it's fucking muggy as shit outside right now.
It's getting a little warm in here too, so.
Because I'm talking so much. All my hot air. Oh shit! All right, kids.
Have a good one.
Later.